do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. Until I broke the rules, my life destroyed. Life destroyed. Until I woke awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. To the sea for a getaway, car top down, and we're driving just to feel young. Moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? Sand in your feet, feel the breeze in the summertime. Stars in the sky, one dime for a first time. Moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? We'll drink honey by the ocean, it's our favorite potion. Come on baby, let me tell you one time that our days will never end, yeah. No, our days will never end, yeah. No. Come on baby, let me tell you one time that our fire got a love it till you never break apart. And we moving away to the sea, Get off your seat, clap your hands to the beat, grab your champagne glass tonight. We toast to freedom in the Caribbean, yeah, in the Caribbean, yeah. Dance, smoke, 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 fire it up, let our lanterns paint the night sky red. Paint the night sky red, yeah, yeah. We'll drink honey by the ocean, it's our favorite potion. Come on, baby, let me tell you one time that our days will never end, yeah. No, our days will never end, yeah. No. Come on, baby, let me tell you one time that our fire got a love between you, never break apart. We're moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright, staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us, like a good drug, never enough. We hook up in my car, driving so far, play you guitar, you'd show me your heart, let down our guards, think with our
Majors, a lot on the line here, and we are in the draft for game number 1. I'm joined by Tigov and Kyle, and they are going to talk some Dota to us, aren't you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're very early into the draft.
Yeah.
Normally we get given
Lena ban.
Wow. Yeah, crazy in the 4-row.
What kind of heroes are we looking to see? Because we talked about earlier about the speed of play. We want to see, the tempo setters. We wanted to see the Earth Spirit on Stoneman because he is able to set a good tempo for his squad. Who are we looking for on the side of Team Nigma to set that high tempo?
I think it's more of like a team philosophy coming from Nigma rather than a single player. It's that, like, there's been some games where they've been behind 10k and they're kind of recovering the game. RTW goes for more of a fighting build, and then suddenly at minute 15, they ramp up the energy, that pacing, and they outnumber their opponent. And I feel that style of comeback potential will not be possible against Brame because they will butt heads and always have numbers equally. So yeah, for Nigma, it's just about making sure their draft doesn't have a hole in it where that aggression from Brame early will come into play. Because like I said, they're both teams very aggressive. Nigma, they just often take a little bit more time, like 10-15 minutes, they're online. Whilst Brame, they collapse it a little bit quicker. In regards to main heroes, I think we've already mentioned the 4-player Stamanen on Brame. It's the Lion, the Earthspirit, they're the most prominent ones. And yeah, they're not even touched in the bans. An interesting Monkey King ban, actually, from Nigma, a hero that we've seen untouched in most of DPC. I think it's only had the 1 win today potential. I will double check that now.
Yeah, because he wasn't picked at all up until last week, I believe. Or maybe this was the first Monkey King that we saw.
All I want for Christmas is to not see a Sand King selected.
You bit bored out here, mate?
In front of us.
I thought you liked it in combination with the Darkseer.
Yes, but it's a one-off thing. It's specific. It is not something good enough to just pick all the time. However, this hero, Centaur, this is just good. It's always good.
Easy, clean, yeah.
Buy a Vanguard.
And so yeah, in regards to Monkey King, it's only had the 1 showing in Upper Division EU, and it is that 1 win that we saw today from Liquid.
Okay.
So this ban is 100% some respect to Brame's maybe scrims or something else, because
it's also, if you're going to first pick Centaur, I don't think you want to allow it a matchup counter like Monkey.
Potentially, yeah. I guess it could be one of the fewer heroes that plays well into it. pick of the ET.
For Brame, this is probably going to be the Skylark special. He's the first one that we saw in the upper division go for the Elder Titan on the offlane, and he makes it look amazing.
I think the hero stock in the offlane position is certainly on the rise. We've seen Axe, but realistically, Centaur, Slardar, and I think ET are just the best offlaners right now.
Ooh.
And ET, much like a Slardar, provides a ton of damage amplification.
Okay, I like the instant Oracle though, so you have that dispel to at least annoy the ET offlane. Therefore, you might push it into the 5 position.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Puck, a very much classic counter to Centaur. Anything movement-based, Coil completely destroys. So now whoever they want to jump should die. And that's why the Oracle is a cover to that. It not only takes away the ET threat, they can stand their ground. Oracle can buff up that person, keep them alive with the heals, and you're not too afraid of Coil.
Yeah, it's the same reason you pick Oracle early into Darkseer. You just remove what the enemy offlaner can do. Like the ability to pressure the safe lane has now disappeared, and you're still holding that carry pick in your pocket. Puck ET, just generally relatively solid. ET late game, moving the physical armor, but throughout the early to mid, if you just throw down a Spirit, it's very similar to the Puck AA combination we saw the other day, where you throw down a Vortex, increased magic damage throughout the burst. Same works here with the Spirit.
Yeah, for Brame, they'll be thinking about what type of bans they're looking for. When they normally play Puck, it is often in the mid. They have sometimes played at 5 before, but again, because of the Oracle, that most likely will be forced Puck into a Koro ET to support. And we might see from these next 3 bans if they're trying to completely cover the Puck mid, or if they don't care about matchups and just go more for game plans. So, okay, they go for a Willow. Banning out strong fours.
Yeah, and a Huskar for some reason.
All right.
What is the Huskar ban about?
You're playing against
Oracle?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a miracle special, right? Like
I guess so, yeah.
I think it might have been a little different
For sure.
in the past, but that's one of the better win conditions you can throw on your mid lane, and definitely something Miracle specialized in. I'm pretty sure there was a video with his Huskar highlights 6 years ago before he was even picked up.
And I think
that hero and Juggernaut I thought were the big two.
And all the interviews that we had with the pros over the last week, it's the idea that second pick doesn't have much value. And you can kind of see it here where Nigma, they first picked like the boss off lane. They picked a decent counter support, and they're going to have the last pick in the final phase of second phase. So you have to kind of think of the cheese heroes now if you're Brame, because you don't have another time to answer them before another set of bans comes out. So yeah, I can respect the Huskar ban.
Yeah, I also very much appreciate the Beastmaster ban. So first pick, indeed. No, you can still, as second pick, you don't have to ban the Beastmaster and his friends.
Yeah,
so
Beastmaster's kind of the heroes, because of that nerf where you've reduced the base damage from Ags. Teams have kind of instantly moved away from it.
Yeah.
But in SEA, for example, they're still picking it.
Yeah.
It's still showing its
still
strength.
Good.
Exactly.
It's not a first pick mid rush Ags necessarily.
Fair
but
enough.
It's still an incredible hero.
I think fundamentally it still is in concept because of the whole Roshan stuff. It's just the idea of teams just need time to get more comfortable with it. Like when you get given something which is broken, they're like, oh, this is amazing. And then when it's good, they're like, well, it's not broken. Why do I want to play it?
Well, I argue it's just should go back to what it was as an offlaner. Like, buy HOD, run at enemies. Solar Crest HOD is a pretty sick build for a Beastmaster.
The upgraded
build.
Dominator, get some Ancients in the mix. Oh, PSG did that with Viper. He rushed Dom 2 and just had the Granite Golem and the Fire Dragony thing just running around the map.
Did it work? Did they win?
I tuned out after he started running around. I got excited too much. I didn't want to watch it. So I went to bed.
Okay, that's fair. We got Phoenix picked up on the side of Brame.
Okay.
That is generally a Spartan hero, by the way.
This Sky pick, it's we haven't seen it that much. It's actually Brame, who were one of the few teams that picked Skyroth made, but the instant Ancient Seal, the annoyance, is a puck counter without needing to force it into a Koro.
It's also excellent against Phoenix, and you have a Centaur. So the top lane, like when we saw this picked, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, we weren't fans, but it was because the draft was just so squishy. It didn't really feel like the Skyroth had a place. Whereas now, you're just your forward position here is just trying to deal damage. You have arguably the best offlaner to face tank for you, and it's such a simple kill combination later on in the game.
Yeah, a nigga for a Storm.
Yeah, brilliant. It's such a good strong game. You now threaten the Phoenix puck. Like the mobility of Brame's lineup is now very much under threat.
It is, and it isn't, just for the idea that this puck value is every pick. It just feels like it stops going up. Like if you coil someone like the Storm Spirit, he needs to break in, Oracle has to ult him to save, and then you zip away. Like, there isn't that. When you jump, I feel like the Storm's going to have a difficult time if he doesn't instantly blow up the puck or the Oracle, the Phoenix. It's then the egg after, the phase shift blink out. It does. There's a little bit of like poke and prod from Brame to survive that jump. If it isn't comboed with a Sky.
I would agree if I felt like they actually had damage to threaten the Storm, but you know, Nigma don't necessarily have to kill anybody. Like, they're lasting damage in a team fight's longer. They're the ones with hard save. Like, if they jump Elder Titan, well, what's the counterplay? You're gonna coil to stop? Like, something dies in a pull or a stomp just due to GH's damage amp.
Yeah, that's true. Sky will do a lot of damage for sure.
We got ILTW bans coming out from the side of Brame, and it looks like Team Nigma has indeed established that Stomanen doesn't have a hero yet.
Yep.
So they still think it's the
Elder Titan offlane,
which I guess is still respecting the fall, because Brame could just do laning setups to dodge the Oracle still to give ET some type of presence. And of course, when ET gets the Ags and then soon after BKB, he's not going to care about the Oracle counter.
Is this ILTW Void game, right? I mean,
the Void Spirit
banned out.
Void, because Face's Void is indeed banned.
Jug is banned.
I was saving him with the Void Spirit.
I think you could go Life Stealer, but it's not a great matchup against PAET. Trolls banned. A lot of his hero pools banned out here.
It's kind of the nuisance of having ET puck, right? Because like the heroes that you want against an egg can ET counters. The heroes that are a little bit more elusive, of course, the coil. So I don't mind Life Stealer for the idea of just you naturally buy armor, halberd, invasion.
That ILTW head shake right there is my feelings on what he would play here. It's like nothing feels great.
Yeah,
but his hero doesn't necessarily need to win the game for them. It's the Storm that the focus will be on.
Okay, so realistically, the question is, okay, you need someone who can kill egg potentially, or you're running away from egg. You need someone who can at least man up against a PA, but isn't then instantly removed from like an ET, so like a Morphling, for example, you can't go because of ET. So,
well, the only hero that there's two heroes that he has played that are still in the pool, which is the Luna and the Phantom Lancer.
Phantom Lancer's a bit rough.
Yeah.
Luna.
I mean, Luna feels rough
Luna's
too.
Never worked in Europe. There's a reason why other regions like China hasn't picked it yet.
Yeah. And also just too squish. Let's see what they end up going for. It's the Sven.
I like that a lot. Okay. So it's just brawny and more set up for the Skywrath. Something that can run it with your. It just makes a lot of sense. It's the safest option available.
We did see that series the other day where it was in Eastern Europe, and I can't remember. It was Gambit. They had ET into Sven, the offlane ET. He hard carried the game because the Sven wasn't able to 1v1 the ET going into minute 30 plus. But yeah, I like the idea of Sven. It's more of a enable everyone else. And it's that brawling that run at you. Yeah,
it's also tower damage. So you have something that's going to scale, that can farm Ancients. It just simplifies the game for Nigma here, because your Sky now has really every core to play with, and the farm distribution is going to be a lot easier to handle.
The real question is, we're seeing a lot of talking not from the 4 player right now.
Yeah. This is Phoenix 4, ET5.
Exactly, I was going to say. I feel like they're flexing that down there, and they're just going to pick up maybe an offlaner to bully up against the Sven.
Is there any better offlaner?
It's a pretty insane Death Prophet game if you can fit it somewhere. It lanes well any scenario. The silence is super effective against this support duo, and the drain's really nice against 2 strength cores. I think you'd really love to have some tower pressure as well if you're Brame, because right now your timing is.
Just like
you can find kills, but nothing out of them. Can't capitalize.
Yeah, I feel like the other heroes that Skylight plays are a little bit too greedy for this situation. Like, they could just go for like a casual Night Stalker here, just to instantly remove Storm from the early fights, kill Sky Oracle. That could be like mega value.
I would say Bounty, but nah, it's like you run out of damage then. You need a team fighter.
Yeah, like all Enigma as well, but it's like then you lack something. And the Night Stalker, Underlord, was that?
That sounded like an Underlord.
Sounded like an Underlord.
It is.
All right. Oh, okay. They get to pick and choose their fights. It's a little bit of a frontliner.
Yeah, it's same concept. You get the percent-based damage, which is nice. But my worry now is that you have a lot of pressure on Wish to have an incredible game, because your catch is pretty limited. You know, if Nigma looks to just like walk into a choke point as 5, then sure, your team fight with Brame is going to be crazy. But I'm very worried they're not going to come online fast enough.
I guess the flip side is just the damage from Nigma. It's very much locked into GH plus someone else, right?
True.
Like, Centaur doesn't do damage, he exists. Oracle enables life. Sven needs farm before damage. Storm is a setup killer. So it is like GH, he's a center of the draft right now. He's in the middle. That's because he is the key focus. And
Yeah.
that could be an issue if Brame get online. They're tanky enough to deal with it.
It's one of those games, the puck needs to be ahead, and he needs an early BKB. Because then you fear nothing that Nigma can throw at you, and suddenly you're the actual threat. The silences you're completely immune to. 2-3-man coils are no problem, and you can start steamrolling the game.
And we just said that we like Stomanen as the tempo setter. Can he actually do that on the from the Phoenix? Because he will be the one playing Phoenix.
It really comes down to the lane pressure, and I feel both teams will be kind of racing to taking like mid and safe lane tower quick enough to make the map feel small, and then suddenly a Sven or a PA can't farm as efficiently, and that's the type of game you're going to see. So the Phoenix won't have like map pressure; it'll just be lane pressure, annoying. It is kind of hard into an Oracle though, so yeah, it's going to be a pretty close game.
Oh, I'm excited for it. Pretty close game. I'm sure that anybody would be hyped for that, but I know two people that are probably extra hyped for that. It is ODPixel and BSJ.
Yes, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Nigma versus Brame game 1. I'm Pix Brian. We've heard from the panel. I want to hear from you. We're seeing these two drafts. What's standing out to you? Who's come out on top?
My issue is when we've seen these oracles is you lack damage if you only deal out magic damage. We saw last series the final pick Zeus against the Oracle, and in the mid game right now, their only physical damage is the PA, and she's not going to deal damage until 2 or 3 items. So I'm concerned of Nigma having a pretty greedy lineup. Centaur's going to go that Vanguard farm. Sven's going to hit neutrals. Storm's going to rush that Orchid most likely. I think they're just all going to hit their timings, and I think Nigma's going to get the game in the want.
And I mean, playing a PA as well into a Sven lineup, that never feels good, right? Like, Warcry is quite an annoyance for you.
You have the level 10 talent for extra duration, and then you have the level 20 talent for the extra armor. 25 armor for 11 seconds, and they have no free dispels either. So there's no convenient way to remove that bonus armor. It's pretty insane damage mitigation for your entire team.
Yeah, and it's going to be incredibly valuable as well in a game where you're against an Elder Titan. You know, having that just straight flat armor bonus in the team fights is going to render one of the reasons of picking the ET kind of useless. So definitely some solid stuff here from Nigma, but we've seen some pretty flashy performances from Brame. They've definitely been a team to bring an excellent fight to the fray, and they have got exactly that, some great team fight to work around. Some excellent combos. If they're able to get some setup control between the Puck and the Underlord, you know, tripping up Miracle and holding him in place for the Supernova stuns in the mid game, they could be able to bring an excellent fight to Nigma.
It's going to be all about Kuroki. You can be coiled, Phoenix egged, firestormed, and as long as you have that Fate's Edict on you from Oracle, you're taking literally 0 damage. So if they can bring Kuroki down with the Puck and backline silence jumping, I'm really putting it in the hands of Wisp here. Like Kyle said, he's going to have a great game. And it's not just that he has to bring down the Oracle, but he's got some threats against himself on the other team. The Storm and the Skywrath Mage with pretty early silences. It's a lot of weight to carry.
Yeah, and you know, just straight up looking at the lane, how we have it in the matchup mid, Wish, Puck versus the Miracle Storm. What's going to come out of this? Are we going to see an even trade, or is someone going to struggle in this matchup?
Yeah, I expect them both to get their farm. Eventually, Storm just is content to hit up the neutrals. Puck doesn't have the best options for roaming. Centaur, if he gets the Vanguard before Puck 6, which we've seen about 5-minute Vanguards come out from the offlaners, then he's probably not a good target. And Sven's got the Oracle behind, so I think both mid laners are going to be very content to just farm it up.
Yeah. And down on the bottom, now ILTW, he signals Sven, he's going to have the ability to flash farm in the jungle. When it comes to the lane, though, how much pressure are these two going to be able to put on him, this duo lane of the Phoenix and the Underlord?
I'm actually noticing, I thought Kuroki was going to be bottom for that.
Yeah, they've swapped it round.
But they want the Oracle in the ET lane because the Astral Spirit buff is purgeable. So once the ET gets that bonus armor and damage, Kuroki just quickly gives them that Fortune's End. And
I mean, that makes it pretty rough. I mean, what do you do as an ET up here with that in play?
I don't know. And bottom lane, I think Skywrath Mage will do a good job of zoning away the Phoenix. So
I got that. Level 2 is going to be hit. So Spartan has got the stomp. He's going to try and turn towards Kuroki, but now he's got to run. Focus. He's in with the dagger on towards Kuro, as they will be able to bring him down. But of course, same time down bottom, it was Nigma that were able to find the first blood.
And Sven Sky, that's a scary lane. A lot of damage. Sven's one of the few carries that can help really early on when it comes to killing duos with supports.
Yeah, and just it's going to be very interesting to see what GH is able to do. You know, we heard the other day from Fogged in particular, he really doesn't rate Skyroth as a hero right now. What is it about this game that you think GH, he's going to be able to show the impact that this hero can have, despite the fact that just on paper, it's just, well, it feels like paper.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, GH, very stylish 4-position player. He always likes these kill threat playmakers, and Skywrath Mage, that's literally all he does. You know, Skywrath Mage, he's meant to have 20 kills at the end of the game, even as a 4-position. He buys or out of Athos, goes for all the damage items for himself. He's not one of those 4 positions that are going to buy a Solar Crest or a Force Staff. It's all about laying it out, and they've got a lot of carries, or cores, excuse me, that kind of do their own thing. Like Storm's going to buy his own defensive items, Sven's going to buy his own defensive items. He's got the Oracle to back him up.
That's true.
So I think GH kind of has free reign of the map and not really having to concern himself with taking care of his cores.
And just saying, when you're on the Skyrath, you're kind of looking for the kill steals.
Oh, I mean, you don't actually look for the kill steals. You just do a bajillion damage, so you kind of end up with all the kills usually. If they're underneath that soul. I don't even know what his ultimate is called.
Mystic Flare.
Mystic Flare, thank you. If you're underneath that Mystic Flare, you are taking all the damage.
And they've got good ways to hold people. All the other 4 heroes having some sort of root or pull or stun. So they'll have to watch out for that. So far, look at the lanes. I mean, is anyone losing out too much on these first few minutes when it comes to cores, or is everyone rather happy, really?
I just think the Storm is super happy. Yeah. #1 CS by a large margin, and PA seems to be doing decent up top, but they're getting a few kills onto Kuroki.
Spartan, he's actually going to be able to, he's going to take a tower hit here. It doesn't matter. Ends up being able to pop the salve and step away. So again, I mean, these kills happening on the side lane at the exact same time, pretty much.
Yeah, PA is actually tied with Storm for net worth, despite having half his CS. So that tells you a lot about how much these kills are bolstering his timings. But I'm just concerned that the kill combos for Nigma are so much easier to execute that there's going to be this 8 to 15 minute window where both Sven and PA are going to be hitting creeps, and it's going to be much easier to gank the PA than Sven. So if he can get to a Battle Fury without any deaths, I think this game might actually tilt heavily in favor of Brame for momentum-wise following that.
Okay. And you think that will be the route that Focus goes? We're not going to... This isn't a game to go for the Deso rush on the PA?
Deso against Sven just seems kind of diminishing returns there when all of his team has so much armor. You don't counter armor with minus armor. You counter minus armor with armor, Owen.
Well, there we go. So yeah, as you said, I'm sure we'll see him go pretty heavy on the farming this game in an attempt to match that of VitalTW. Top lane, they've got the setup with the stomp. They're over towards Kuroki. He's going to turn, try and get the purge off on himself, but Focus is able to step to the side. He'll be able to line up another dagger. Good stomp actually from Mind Control. Stops Focus from being able to get the dagger off whilst he was in range. So a nice little play there from Mind Control. Will keep Kuro safe for now. And Spartan's going to continue to hunt through this tree line. Maybe see if he can find him. And he's always going to catch him with the Spirit. He knows he's here. And there's the setup. Focus able to jump across. That's the 3rd kill. I mean, Focus, he's, you know, on paper, it looked like it was a nice idea, right? Put Kuro in the top lane as the Oracle so he can deal with the Spirit. The problem is it's ended up just being free food for this PA. It's 3 kills already on the Oracle in the safe lane.
Yeah, they're doing a great job on the side of Brame. They know that Centaur is rushing the Vanguard, so he has no boots. He's not a threat at all. They can literally walk around him in circles, and Mind Control's trying to get the return kills, but ET just walks away. So they're doing a great job of picking on the Oracle.
Oh, that's the over here in the river, Spartan. He did come across trying to interrupt with the power room, but Miracle's still able to find the pickup. With the level 6 hit, Miracle's going to be able to chase across, not only get the bottle refill with that illusion picked up, but also taking a kill for himself.
It's all going to be this first Orchid movement. Can they catch the PA? The Underlord, despite, I don't think being that great against Sven, because Sven is a lot of percent damage, which doesn't get mitigated by the Underlord's aura, should be able to fend for himself bottom, which means that Brame should be able to dedicate their counterplay resources, the ET Stomp, the Puck Coil, to protecting the PA in the mid-game.
Yeah, we see that as well. Looks like Wish did have an attempt on Miracle with that first Dream Coil, and Miracle just able to get away, so...
Could have been the nerf. I didn't see exactly how much HP he survived with, but they nerfed that level 1 coil by 100 damage.
You know what? I think it was. I believe we saw Miracle on about 50 HP.
Wow.
Do you like this as well, RTW? He's loving life. He's got himself a golden hand.
The fact that he got away with it on Sven...
2 minutes faster than the fastest, Brian. It was only in one of a match was ever brought on Sven in this patch. But hey, it's a record.
And that's like saying you got first in PE, you know? There's just not much competition there. But I'll respect it. The fact that he got away with it this early on in the game. Underlord usually requires you to buy a much more sustain. Skywrath, not a support that's going to help you in lane in that regard. So the fact that he's now planning to go jungle, it makes sense to me that he went this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's going to pay off in the long run. As you said, the PA is also going to go the farm route with the Battle Fury. Time is going to be there. And I mean, how do Brame make a move on the Sven? Like, when they're sort of looking to get active with the puck,
yeah, it's like, look at the supports, right? Like, are you going to gank with the Phoenix or the ET? The Underlord ain't going to move. It's a little awkward. I think that's kind of why he went to Midas. He's like, I'm just going to give my Skywrath mage the lane. Yeah. They'd probably have to bring 3 or 4 heroes just to bring down GH.
Oh. We're going to see them
for the PA.
Have another attempt here onto Miracle. They've got him in the Dream Core. Silence to follow up. Stampede will buy him a little bit of time. Miracle's still alive. He's going to be able to zip away. And look, focus. He's looking for him. Miracle with a little bit more mana left. In fact, Miracle playing a little cheeky. Stays in the river so he can get another hit off onto Focus. It's buying time for Mind Control and Kuro to cross and cross. As Miracle, he baits them in. They do jump in again with the silence, but Kuro's there with the save. Miracle more than fine. Wish is not going to be able to chase him down. As now Wish is the world of pain as he's going to get taken out. GH with the double kill. It's very cute team play there from Nigma as Miracle. You know, he could have zipped up to the high ground, just played it safe, but he knew if he stuck around, stayed in the river, stayed within range, he could bait in at least a potential to kill the PA. They actually end up getting the PA and the puck, Brian.
And the PA revealed a ward when he daggered Miracle and blinked onto him. So they got a D ward on top of that. I don't know. Salt in the wounds, man. Sven has a single ancient stack. Okay. And so much attention's brought away from him now, as he's even able to rotate back to lane for 1 or 2 creep waves. Then he's going to go back to farming the jungle. Possess mass for PA. That's pretty nice. But he does. I mean, he was #1 net worth going into that engagement on the PA. So that's just such a big momentum swing in terms of timings.
Spartan's not going to be able to do anything.
What you can do, right?
A bit of
just annoy him a bit.
A tap on the shoulder. God Strength's back up. GH and Kuro, they're going to look to get active with this down bottom. GH, he's hit the 6 off the back of those 2 kills he picked up. So Mystic Flare is at the ready. Skylark, they get the stun. The Ancient Seal, it's a lot of damage. Not a chance there for the Underlord. They do get the Stomp onto the free. That will set up for a lovely 3-man Dream Call as Wish and Spartan. They come in with the counterplay. They're taking out, they're taking out GH. It looked like, oh, maybe with the Stampede they can get Kuro out of there. He's deep into the trees. Spartan are going to keep looking for him. Wish in as well. They've found him. They'll take all 3. As Nigma, they commit onto the Underlord. Brame are ready for that, and they make a beautiful counterplay there between the ET and the puck.
Yeah, there is going to be a counter kill coming out from Miracle. Most notably, top tower did go down. This is exactly how Centaur wants to be playing. Very greedy offlane hero. He's not the type that's going to rotate in and help his teammates like a Mars in this case. So, not the end of the world for Nigma. They did give up a couple crucial kills there, but at the end of the day, it's a 2 for 3 and a tower. So I'd say it's about even.
Dire's courier has been killed.
7-6, 1k lead at the moment for Nigma. It's very evenly matched, but between especially the carries and mids. So it's setting up to be a close one, but as time passes and with the stacks that ILTW has, it's going to be quite a challenge for Focus to keep up on the PAs. Over the side of Brame's map, don't quite have any stacks at the ready for him, so a little bit of extra gold available on the map for ILTW in comparison.
It just feels like they need to dedicate so many more resources on the side of Brame to do the exact same thing. As you see Mind Control, he just walks mid and is just tanking the tower. They're actually going to get this tower most likely with this 10-minute catapult. Only takes them 2 heroes. On the other hand, GH was getting levels bottom, Sven's hitting neutrals.
Look at GH as well. He's got a Rod of Atos.
Yeah, that's super early. And he kills anyone with that. As long as Puck does not get the phase shift off, everyone on Brame will die. And that's just a 4 position who he's not obligated to be anywhere on the map. He's not going to be any predictable farming patterns. He can walk wherever he wants. And they probably have to use coil to kill him, especially because every other form of catch they have is a slow, and they have Stampede.
Oh, we've seen so far Mind Control. He'll absolutely pop that Stampede to save his supports.
The map feels so much better for Nigma right now. They're just farming everywhere. Storm's farming mid, Skyearth was farming bottom, Ancients are being farmed by Sven, top lane being cut by Centaur. They're just getting so much more out of the map right now, and they're getting on all the heroes. Like, all their heroes need this too.
And at what point do you think, Brame, they're going to start to get active with their PA? Like, is the Battle Fury the BKB then you have to go, or do you just keep hitting the creeps?
That's the thing about their lineup, and I think that's why Nigma's doing such a good job of optimizing, is they know that Brame really has no moves. PA is their #1 net worth, and PA doesn't do anything. So it looks like they're going to try to make something happen with this smoke, but I have to imagine that Best is going to net 1 or 2 kills. And probably not an objective. But I don't mind it. Get yourself...
I see mind control. Showing himself. Ooh.
That's an awkward pause.
There's a little bit of an awkward one here, but they don't see anything. I mean, Nigma literally see nothing at all, so they're probably going to be quite suspect to a smoke play happening. See earlier on some of these kills that they were able
sad
to pick
death right there.
between the two of them. Just
neither of them were within 1,000 units of him, and he just died to long-range stuns and nukes.
That hurts. I mean, okay, Brian, you look into the future. What are we going to see here? What's going to happen?
I think Mind Control is going to die, and then
He's going to die.
Brame is going to lose 2 heroes in response because it took so many resources for them to kill Mind Control.
And we'll see again the easy kill, but then the really nice turnaround. I mean, an excellent stomp there from Spartan. Means that Brame are able
Got
to...
the Midas off, though. I didn't even know.
Did he actually?
That. Yeah, he
did.
Midas dropped
Well, there you go. There you go.
Priorities.
He's going to be fine with that. You think Mind Control's dead here? He has Hood, he has Stampede. It's not enough. You feel that he's going to get, what, Dream Coiled, Firestorm?
I think it's the % damage from Phoenixes that's going to put him over the edge. But they're going to have to use virtually everything if they want to. He's either going to get ignored or killed.
There we go. Aren't they kind of half-heartedly going on him?
Yeah, that's my version of ignored.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to commit the coil. They want to save that for something else. Well, Miracle actually zipping in. Going to start with the silence. Onto the Underlord.
They got the Oracle in the sleep.
They got Miracle as well with the silence. As Miracle's going to get taken out, now they can turn their efforts over towards Kuroki. The Stampede will come into play from Mind Control as he looks to get the rest of them out. At the same time, GH, he was able to make a move on his own around the backlines, and with the Rod and the Mystic Flare, he just solos down the PA. So at the end of the day, a 1-for-1, GH able to redeem the initial loss of the Storm Spirit as he picks up a big old kill himself.
If Skyearth Mage is allowed to just walk around the map, it is a nightmare to play carry. I can tell you as a first-hand witness experiencer of this, victim, I would say, of this, you just get killed off cooldown. And your team has to be right next to you because you die so fast. His team was like right in the same triangle area as him, but they can't get there. They can't help him. As of now, they don't have any force staffs, anything to save him.
I see anytime that happens, the PA getting caught out. Whilst RTW continues to free farm. We'll see it here.
They're literally right there. He's like, team? Stampede damage is actually what put him over the edge. That's awesome.
Yeah, good attempt to juke, but GH. Increased movement has no struggle. Running around the tree, finding the opportunities to land the last bolt. Yeah, GH 5 1-on-1. This is the sort of KDA you dream of when you're playing the Sky support. Everything going very well for GH right now.
He's just spending his spare time farming 1 creep at a camp. I mean, Centaur is just bluffing. Like, Mind Control is acting like his entire team is here. They don't see the support, so they don't know where Oracle or Skyearth are. You may say, why don't they just go on him? He's completely alone. They don't know if his team's smoked behind him or not. Sven's missing. The 2 supports are missing. All they see was Storm bottom.
Got the Battle Fury now done on focus, so now begin that ability to start to try and catch a least with the Sven. It's not going to be easy though. ILTW very, very farmed right now. As bottom lane, GH again as the stomp will stop him from getting off the last few spells, and now the turnaround comes in. They jump onto GH. This time he'll be punished for trying to dive in and nuke down the Phoenix. The chase isn't done quite yet. Wish and Spartan in straight away over towards Kuro. They'll drop down the Dream Coil. Kuro can't be helped. Miracle's got to stay in the invis. No fight to be had here. At least for now. Mind Control's heading over. Just hit the blink. Maybe they can look to try and catch out one of them. They've got their eyes on Wish. Oh, but he's quick with a phase shift. And Wish, he will get orchided, but the stomps out against Spartan. Some phenomenal stomps this game. keeping his team safe. Miracle still has mana to play with. As Spartan kind of throws his body in, he knows someone's got to die. He'll let it be himself, give time for Wish to get away as the puck. So Spartan coming in clutch again, saving his cause.
Hedges, meanwhile, it's PA that's participating in these fights, and Sven that's hitting up the creeps.
He really is. I mean, he's, what, 3 levels ahead right now, ILTW in comparison.
1,500 gold as well, and it should only be more the more and more this happens.
I mean, and what can they do about this? How do you stop this Sven? Just getting away with wherever he wants to go and hitting whatever he wants to do.
That's the resource issue that I mentioned earlier. They just need more heroes to do the same thing. If Nigma goes for a kill, it really only has to be 2 heroes. On the other hand, it has to be at least 4 heroes from Brame to get anything done, which means there's just naturally more things happening on the map in favor of Nigma, as Mind Control narrowly escapes. Notice how they have 2 heroes. Mind Control's not afraid, while Wish feels like, oh, I have to show up for this. On the other hand, you just see these hunting duos. You have Centaur that's farming while Miracle and GH are walking around together. Sven's doing really whatever he wants on the map. And you have to get through these kill duos before you even get to the Sven. And the problem is they keep responding to it on their side of the map. I think they have to kind of just go for it somewhere. Make a big play. It ain't going to get any better. Maybe they're just going to wait for the BKB on PA before they do anything.
Oh, see Miracle. He's found Spartan. Getting the solo kills now. Now Mind Control. He's just going to play around with Skylark. If they got any backup, GH trying to make his way over.
They're just getting so much. There's an Oracle farming bottom right now. They have Sven farming top and Oracle farming bottom, and they're just like corralling them into their triangle.
I mean, you can really see, like, Brame, what do they do? They're trying to find some sort of move. Focus is trying to find some sort of space to get this BKB done after the Battle Fury. But it's not easy. Nigma making it very difficult for them. And Nigma. Oh, and has he just hit the BKB timing yet? Not. He has. Yeah, ILTW BKB done. Level 16 Sven. If he wants to, he's ready to stop hitting creeps and start hitting heroes.
Yeah, that's the Midas coming into play. 4-man smoke. Storm's got the DD. They see the courier, though. They might know this is happening. They do ping it. Looks like ET's pinging it. It's always hard to tell if it's light blue or teal.
I'm definitely playing a little cautious here, Brame. Mind Control. Gonna get dispelled. He streams down the high ground. It's not to be the case. Brame in the trees. They're gonna try and lead it on Miracle. So they can take him out. They got the silence into the Earth Spirit and the Supernova. Nicely done by Brame. They cleanly take out the Storm Spirit. And now over to the Focus is maybe going to try and set up for another Mind Control. Getting jumped upon. Stampede on cooldown. ILTW, he's going to come in with the counterplay. Starts to charge him, but he's been silenced. He'll look towards Spartan first. Spartan getting burst down by the Mystic Flare. ILTW is ready to try and go for more. Head straight over towards Skylark, dealing a lot of damage here with the God Strength from the Echo Saber. Skylark trying to run ILTW. He's been slowed down by the Fire Spirits, and with that in mind, he's actually going to have to start backing away. As the BKB on cooldown, ILTW going for the TP out, but they found him with the pit. They got the damage there. They're still having to deal with him very carefully whilst he has the God Strength up, but now Focus is in. He's ready to jump straight in onto the Sven. ILTW gets taken out. A big kill there for Brame as Focus, the one to pick it up. As just an excellent start to the fight there, really. Just throwing everything down onto the Storm and actually being able to catch Nigma. Sort of split off, and ILTW not having anywhere near the impact that you would have maybe expected with the build-up and the item timings that he has this game.
Yeah, let's be clear. Sven has a BKB. Centaur can do his own thing. Kuroki has to be close to Miracle. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. It doesn't matter like what led up to this. You have to be within range to False Promise your Storm. Last fight before that, he got stomped on Oracle, so the Storm was burstable. That fight, they were up on the high ground while Storm was in the river. They just have to be close enough together. That's exactly what Brame has to do. Capitalize on that mispositioning by Nigma, but they just can't do it anymore. Like, if you're like going back to the drawing board, you don't have to change the game plan at all, Nigma. You're getting all the farm you need, but you cannot let them keep doing it. Was getting gimped at the start of the fight.
They're getting the jump each and every time. And they've certainly got the damage to take him out through the disable that they have.
Just a Fate's Edict will be enough.
I will see it here again. Yeah, Miracle, he just doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, Kuroki's all the way up in the river there. Stampede to try to get it in position, but it's just not quick enough.
And then we see, I mean, you know, ILTW obviously still feeling very, very strong. He still tries to continue the fight here, committing in with the God Strength.
The Storm's the guy that's supposed to be locking them down for you, right? You see him getting kited all over the place. That's why this looks so awkward.
No, just nicely done. And as it was, you know, Scott just having enough movement speed to step away from the Sven. RTW not quite able to stay on top of the target.
They're ready to go again. 5-man smoke. I like it. Maybe they can turn this into a Roche. They don't really have any damage items for Roche, though. They went the Lotus on Underlord as opposed to like a Solar Crest or a Vlad, something like that. So purely the fighting route coming out from Brame.
Nigma now do have the BKB on Miracle, so it'll be a little harder for Brame to blow him up in the same fashion that they were able to achieve last time round.
Phoenix does get the Philosopher's Stone, so he may have some serious late game impact here with that extra item or so that'll give you at 40 minutes. Seems small, but Phoenix one of the few supports in the game that can absolutely carry a team fight.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He gets like that Shivas or an Ags refresher. Centaur is going Ags, so he said, I'm not going to trust you, Kuroki, to save Miracle. I'm going to do it with my 40% damage reduction. I'm just kidding. It doesn't have to be toxic, but
Radiant's middle
it will help.
It will certainly make the difference in those situations where everything's being thrown down onto the Storm. See Brame. I'm seeing if they can get some sort of a catch up top. Mind control. He's tanky. They will force out the Stampede, but the Dream Core's there ready for him. Wish drops it down. The rest of Nigma trying to get across to help out Mind Control, but it's already too late. They've got the damage. Focus able to take him down. ILTW and Miracle may be looking at fighting this, but they are without the Centaur. Do they want to go in on this one? Brame are very much prepared for a team fight. Miracle, he's going to look for the zip in overwatch spot and in the river. Jump forward as well from RTW, but he's straight away into the pit. Has to put the BKB. The Lotus on Spartan won't save him. Spartan goes down. Miracle getting hit hard by the Earth Splitter. And over to the side, Focus. He's just forcing RTW out of the fight. He's able to run him down, get the kill. If they take out ILTW, GH is able to TP away. But another fight where Brame, and they're absolutely making it work. I mean, is there just sort of Nigma getting caught out of position, Brian? What's going on?
They are just outplaying them.
Yeah.
Nigma has been farming 3 different parts of the map all game and getting punished for it. That's really all this is, and I love what Brame's doing. This is exactly how you punish this. Mind control, he's farming by himself. Look at where the rest of his team is. They're nowhere near. I would say it's even greedy to go for that small camp. They planted the ward to give them all the information they needed. I mean, and they're losing a hero before anything happens.
At this point, why do you feel the Nigma kind of stuck around? Why did they want to keep the fight going with the Centaur gone?
Twice ILTW's done this. I don't know who's making the call, but I think you just cut your losses. Let the Centaur die, reset. Why? Why are we here? Having to pop BKBs at the very start of the fight. ET Splitter brings down ILTW down to like 20%.
Yeah, we've seen it multiple times now. Spartan getting some fantastic angles. I mean, he caught at least the 2 big ones there. Spartan catching ILTW and Miracle doing huge amounts of damage. Yeah, they've got to watch out for this ET. So he's been lining up some brilliant ultimates. And now look at the net worth. I mean, the PA, he's at the top now, Focus. He's taken over in a game where, for the most part, ILTW was completely out-farming him. See how the level situation is as well. ILTW is still ahead with the levels because of that Midas. But, you know, he's very, very close behind him, Focus. And he's going to have the full Deso ready for the next fight.
Yeah, this carry-to-carry matchup is not one where if they're even, they're even. PA is supposed to have far less net worth than a Sven at this stage in the game. So the Nigma knows this. They know it is not get easier from here. PA's bringing out the Deso. Time to get rolling.
Yeah, and they're coming in with the smoke, Nigma. You know, they're determined to find a team fight where they're the ones to get the jump. The last few times, having the ability to set up and go. Let's see if Nigma can get them by surprise. Focus. It's going to get jumped. They get the Who's Stomp. They're going to try and get the follow-ups done into him. The Supernova is down. Focus, he's able to get the BKB off. Lotus is protecting him as well. The egg is going to go off successfully. They were 1 hit away from taking it down, but Stamana's able to get it off. Now with the Dream Call out, controlling both Miracle and ILTW, they've got to be careful on Nigma. As Brame, they'll continue to poke and prod at them. Miracle's got to go down to the low ground. ILTW, he's caught behind the cliff with the BKB on cooldown. ILTW, he's trying to get in there. The false promise does come out. Kuro able to come in with the save, but they can't charging up the Sven. They throw him up with the Yules. Wish and Skylight just continuing to control him. He blinks out, but the damage has already been done. ILTW falls, focus into the river, finds Kuroki. There's 3 dead on Nigma, and there's going to be another death added to this as Mind Control. He's caught in the Yules in the pit. They're holding him back. Mind Control will try to run, but Brame, they'll chase him down, take him out as well. 4 dead on Nigma. As this time, I mean, Nigma, they were actively looking for the action. They got the jump on focus. They couldn't quite stun him down, though. He gets the BKB off, and at that point, the fight's going to be so hard.
This is just showing if they did this exact execution 2 team fights ago, before losing your Storm unnecessarily, before losing the Centaur, this works. They would have had enough damage. The Phoenix would not be level 12. They would have killed this egg.
Oh, it couldn't be any closer.
Give them an inch, they take a mile. You know, that's just what's happening here. Or, you know, centimeter, they take a kilometer.
Oh, hang on, back in the rush. Oh, die again, but Miracle! He's able to snatch the Aegis, gets out as well. So Miracle able to find some sort of glory here for the team.
Is that even enough, though?
But they're still losing heroes here. Now GH, they're chasing him. Stampede popped by Mind Control, trying to get GH out of it. Wish, he's hot on his tail, gets him with the dream. They're going to be able to fight him. Focus takes him out in 1 hit.
Death at my hands.
Yeah, try to use a Ghost Scepter when you get one-shotted by somebody you can't see.
Top tower is under
Oh, and that's a lovely one as well, isn't it, for Focus, the Paladin sword.
That is perfect. They don't have any Vlads, they don't have any innate sustain for him, so that is the perfect tier 3 neutral item. He was going for a Satanic.
attack.
You could argue that it makes the Satanic better, but you also don't need it if you have a Satanic. But at this point, you saw what happened in the last fight. They couldn't even bring him down when all he had was a BKB, and he hadn't even popped it yet. Once he gets that Satanic, your chances of bursting him are little to none, and then he should heal right back to full.
I mean, they've just played it so perfectly. Yeah, Focus 11, 2, and 3, and for all the farm and space that ILTW got, it's just we haven't seen a situation where he's able to pop off at all in these team fights. All the 3 team fights that we've seen them turn up to with the Sven, ILTW's just not really been able to have an impact. Brame have dealt with him perfectly.
Yeah, the Yules pickup was really good. They simply Underlord rooted him into a Yules, into the Underlord root, spent the entire Oracle ulti just sitting inside of an Underlord root, negating any damage he's going to output.
Dire are scanning.
See Nigma still trying to find some action. Of course, they've still got the Aegis that Miracle was able to get away with in that last a bit of action around the Roshan.
Yeah, this PA is not supposed to be this scary at this stage in the game because of what happened in the early to mid game. But because of those couple team fights botched by Nigma, suddenly look at the way they're farming, right? Storm, just because he has an Aegis, he's allowed to play alone, but everyone's clumped up now. No efficiency coming out from a Team Nigma now.
We'll see the Eon Disc getting done here for Brame. Mana's got his Wish very close to having one also on the puck, so it'll be even harder for these sort of jump and go heroes like the Sven and the Storm to get on top of them and burst those targets.
Yeah, maybe he'll look to get the shard on Sven. It does dispel, so you can wait until the Eon Disc procs and then stun. But even then, you're just delaying your timings another 1,400 gold.
RTW. It's going to go in with Miracle onto the Underlord. They have the damage. Skylark getting low. They will bring him down. And now Focus and Wish maybe looking for the counter plays. The BKBs are out. Focus, he's actually going to opt to TP out with the remainder of this BKB. Doesn't want to fight this.
They're looking for more.
See if they can catch Wish. Miracle. Still with a little bit of mana left, but the blink will be up, so Wish should be fine here. Not quite enough mana to continue the chase. So Nigma finally able to get a bit of action here where they take down the 2, and they were able to have enough physical damage to kill Skylark before Brame's able to set up any sort of turnaround.
It is a pretty clutch neutral item for ILTW here. Enchanted Quiver does give True Strike on your first attack every 5 seconds. So the PA with 80% evasion, he has absolutely no way to deal with it just yet. It was really the only thing that allowed him to actually threaten Focus there.
Oh, absolutely, makes all the difference. We will see ILTW as well, looking to get the MKB done next. Blink on Kuroki, this is going to be pretty big. That means that he's going to be very able to always get in with the jump save for Miracle. Or ILTW if ILTW's popping off, and there we have it actually. They completed an MKB for ILTW. So back to a stage where ILTW does have tools to go toe-to-toe with the PA in the fights.
It's so much easier for Focus to choose when he's going to fight, though, because he has a 5-second cooldown, not cancelable blink, while ILTW has a regular blink.
So this is actually, I believe, by looking at it, Focus, he's got enough money for the Reaver, but the Broadsword, I think it was on the Courier. So he's actually going to be without the Satanic for an additional minute and 40 seconds over what he would have had it at anyway. So a little bit of a hit there for the PA.
And they may be able to capitalize on this. That Satanic would have been huge for this coming up engagement here.
Nigma. Ready with the smoke. Brame playing very safe, though. You can see 3 of them up on the high ground by their tier 3.
He's going to ward. Oh, he broke. He knows they're there. He has to be very careful, though. He dies almost instantly on Kuroki, so he had to blink out before his ward was able to be placed.
He just will come to an end here for Miracle. Got the level 20 and the Bloodstone. It's about 1,000 gold away here, so an extra bit of control that could make all the difference trying to lock down the PA before Focus is able to get the BKB off. The good news for Brame, they've been able to avoid any sort of action during that time. 30 seconds, Focus, he'll have it out. The Satanic is going to be on him for the next fight, so the PA, even with the damage that Sven will have with the MKB, they don't completely lock down Focus. He's going to be able to pop off in these teams, whatever happens, with the items he's got and the lead that he's been able to achieve.
Yeah, there's no steroid for Sven here, so he shouldn't have an issue tanking that initial Stormhammer, especially because you have the Lotus to back you up, as well as the Phoenix heal and the ET Stomp just to disrupt the combos. Yeah, they can BKB, but I don't know if Storm Sven's enough to kill you if your team is there. The Underlord aura, there's just a lot of things that make it just that much more difficult to bring him full to 0. And if PA gets initiated onto, survives, BKB Satanic, I believe any fight that occurs like that, Brame will always take it.
Sure, PA will just always win the drawn-out situations.
Oh, cute little play here.
All right, smoke into the rift, down bottom. See if they're aware of this. Wish is ready to show himself, jumping in. Enigma will hold the high ground. Smoke dispels on Spartan. Mind control. It's going to look to make the jump. They're going to commit straight away and see if they can take him down in time. But the Lotus was out. Miracle, he's so low. He's plus the BKB, but Miracle, he can't get away from them. They'll lose the Storm. The rest of Nigma, they've got to run. As actually I say that, ILTW is going to try and get back in. He jumps at all Focus. A beautiful stun, though. Catches both Focus and Stamanen. As ILTW, this time it looks like he may be able to achieve the cleanup. They've still got 4 up. There's only 2 left here on Brame. Wish, he's trying to chase down Mind Control, but he hasn't got enough damage to commit for this. And ILTW, he's ready to chase. He looks to keep himself on top of Wish. They're going to be able to find him, aren't they, Wish? He's into the phase
He might
shift.
just live.
He's out with a blink. They do catch him with the silence, though. And corrodes him with a finishing blow. Purifying Flames finishes off Wish. As Nigma, they're able to take the team fight after a bit of a rocky start. There was sort of clutch use of the Lotus from Skylark, causing Miracle to, I believe, not only Orchid, but also pull himself in with his own Vortex. And that ended up him getting so low at the start of the action before he could get the BKB off whilst he was Dream Coiled. But at the end of the day, ILTW, this time round, he's able to do what he was gearing up for. A big cleanup from him. Huge burst of XP as well. He's just a few creeps off the 25 now, Sven, off the back of that fight.
Yeah, you just have to be so careful on Focus because he blinked away onto the Sven, away from the rest of his team. So that means that none of the saves are there. ILTW gets the stun up. Phoenix actually swooped in at the exact time he stunned, so he got a little bonus kill there. And there's no heal coming out. There's no fire spirits coming out. All the BKBs were already down, so PA couldn't defend herself. That's exact disaster situation, despite Miracle going down right at the start.
Skylark. Oh, he's fine here. Easily able to remove the combo. Mind control. Ooh, he wants that tower last hit. And the fire spirits are going to make it a little difficult, but indeed the passive ends up getting it.
He might just die here.
They got further control. He's still got Kura by his side. And I'm going to continue to see if they can chase him, but the blink's available. Mind control's able to break out of there. As he gets the tower, he gets out. Nigma won't lose anything here.
There's just so much kill threat on both sides now. The PA is going to kill people in like 2 seconds, so he has to get escorted out by his entire team. No Roche spawn for them. A little unlucky. Only a minute into the 3-minute spawn period.
So you can get the jump here as they head towards the mid lane. GH also with his blink done. And as we're seeing, a Miracle, I mean, quite a fair few of them. There's a lot of single target. They've got to be really careful and prepared for the Lotus moves to come out, as they have been causing some issues on some of the initiations that Nigma's tried. Brame up the staircase here. They'll actually start to back off now that the smoke comes to an end for Brame.
So many tense moments in this game. Just completely quiet.
I mean, this is what you want to see here. Two evenly farmed teams at the 36-minute mark, 19 to 22. It's been up and down a little bit on the way here, but we definitely got to a point where both teams fully capable of winning team fights. Incredibly close here between these two squads.
Hey, you just don't get anything for free. Anytime either team slipped up even slightly, it's been punished to full extent. And that's what you like to see. Dota's not a mistake-free game. No matter how good you are, you're going to sometimes mess up, be out of position a bit, and we're seeing it get punished.
Do they want to go on mind control? Probably not. Giving them a little bit of a tickle. Nothing more.
They see the ward, though. They have the sentry on the low ground, ET Spirit on the high ground.
Do you like these choices from the carries and their continued progression focus, getting the nullifier next? And we'll actually see, because he has shown that he's getting the Eon disc. Oh, is he over in the river? They're going to try for a jump on Wish, but Wish is actually able to get the Dream Coil off. BKB's come out here from Miracle and RTW as they try and turn towards Focus, but Focus with his own BKB up, he's more than fine. Now Nigma's got to be careful. With the BKBs wearing off on their cores, RTW and Miracle they've got to be so cautious about how they commit here.
No coil, though.
RTW tries to get him, but he's been disarmed. The Hellbear comes out, Skylight just continuing to kite them pretty heavily here, drops the pit down as Mind Control backing off very low right now. But the Ancient still in and the pull back onto Skylark. ILTW really wanting to get back in, but the daggers continue to come out from Focus, cancelling his Blink Dagger. And are able to finish off Skylark. ILTW, he's got to be careful. He's trying to fight around this. The Hoostomp does come out in time to hold back the two of them, but Wish, he's still on to ILTW. That's the Sven down for 100 seconds. They're going to be able to pick up Mind Control as well as Brame. They'll come out on top of the fight. Roshan's up. They'll head to the pit. They'll get this as well.
They might just take the shard on PA. That gives you the break, so Sven no cleave, Centaur no return, more so on the cleave that it matters.
I mean, because as I was saying, ILTW, he wants the Eon disc. He's already shown it with the recipe. Oh, Miracle! He tried for something big. He did actually get the kill. They get the kill on Roshan. Brame, they'll still be able to pick up the Aegis. Did they pick up everything else as well? They did. They got the shard, and they did get the cheese. Yes. They did. So they got everything. Yes, but hey, you know, Miracle stole an Aegis earlier. He steals a kill there on the Roche.
Yeah, this PA Sven matchup, though, you're seeing how well Focus is playing it. He's not entering the fight, consistently canceling his blink on ILTW, so he can't enter the fights, and eventually dying to that dagger.
And they found GH in the trees. He's not got a TP. There's no escape for him. It's going to be another pickup here for Brame.
And this nullifier is their way of removing a Warcry now. Absolutely no way to shield yourself from this minus armor.
I mean, with all the action, I'm not being able to really say it, but and also because he's seen that ILTW's picked up the Eon Disc recipe. So now, do you actually want to finish this Eon Disc against an PA that's already got Nullifier, Brian?
I don't even think you need. I think you need another item than an Eon Disc anyway. It's like I understand why he would buy it, but I think you're the one that has to kill the PA, not the other way around.
I mean, Focus, he's in. BKB's able to come out in time. Bro, he throws himself into the front lines there. As Kuro goes down, Skylight's going to look to back them off for now. With the buyback coming in for Kuroki, they'll respect it. And Centaur will still end up going down there.
He died to the percent-based DOT? Wow, that's...
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, this
is the nail in the coffin, I think. I don't know.
Whoa, 6k lead now, 27 to 20. Brame absolutely giving it their all here against Nigma. As Focus, 12, 3, and 7, level 25. He's got the Penta Edge as well. Beautiful item to find.
Once you lose map control against PA, you just never see her, and you just die, like instantly. So they have to be very careful on Nigma, camping high grounds.
Heading over. Oh, he's actually going to go in. He's in with another fire. RTW needs help and he needs it now. RTW puts the BKB, but Focus, he's just standing his ground. Fighting the Sven. They are in with the counterplay though. They'll take it down once. That's the edge is gone, but he tries to run. He goes down, snaps the coil. RTW is dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, and no Sven here. 90 seconds without him. And of course, he's just short at the back. Brame might be able to get away with a high ground siege here. They're heading into the base, up to the tier 3.
They have no Sven, man. I don't think they can defend. They might need to kill like somebody so fast that they can't react and then reset on the storm in the sky.
A Miracle is going to try for the big grab. He's able to get on top of Wish. Wish is forced out to the side. Are they able to save him? They are. Wish.
Wow.
He's going to be able to live. They get him out. GH is going to be the one to go down. As the Stampede is popped, just in an attempt to try and get everybody away from Brame.
Such a sick save from the Force staff there.
Yeah, I mean, Spartan, the Force, the Glimmer, it keeps Wish alive.
Supports, change games, people.
And now that they're just going to move around to the bottom lane. They know now at this point, Sven, he's not got the money for buyback. He's not coming back into this. Brame can continue to do the damage.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's
As their Imes, they continue to fly in here with the bunch they're finding. And oh, the mid! Miracle, he tried to clear the wave, but they catch him with the Dream Coil. Miracle's gone. He's got a buyback, but he's dead for 90. Skylark, he's ready to continue taking it up. He's got a full heart. As they're going for the megas here. 10 seconds RTW is going to be back up, but the mega creeps, they're going to be out and against them. And Brame, they're not going anywhere. They're going to keep pushing on. Mind Control, he's able to get the jump in on the backlines. They're trying to nuke down this Phoenix. Can they do so in time? They can. They bring down Shamanin. Now Mind Control is going to be the new focus here, caught in the pit. They're cutting him up. Wish jumps in. And see RTW trying to get involved in the fight. Comes in, gets pitted immediately. Pops the BKB, turns towards Focus. Focus is just able to heal back up. He stands his ground. RTW can't kill the PA as Focus will turn and he kills everybody else. Takes down Kuroki. Brame, they'll back off for now. Proving to be incredibly difficult here for Nigma to do anything. Brame just starting to play around with them as Focus is going to start the action off onto Mind Control. See what sort of backup they can bring. Focus continue to jump forward. Miracle watching for the high ground. Miracle is going to try and make the jump. They jump at the same time with RTW. The Gene Core's down though. They're trying to burst this PA. They can't do so. The low storm straight out onto Focus. Focus, he's able to turn. They bring down RTW. They bring down Miracle. No buybacks left available for Nigma. As GG is called, Brame will take game 1.
Yikes on that pause right there.
That's the smash the keyboard pause, you know.
Yeah, that was an excitement pause.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think Nigma may have underestimated Brame going into this series. They did not play clean when they were up by 5,000 gold 20 minutes into the game. Brame is no pushover. You
Absolutely
have to play fundamentally sound Dota in order to beat a team like Brame. They capitalize on every single Nigma mistake. Now, I'm going to say it right now. I think it was the fact that they chose to fight after Storm got caught in the mid lane and after Centaur got caught top. I think those are acceptable mistakes that aren't going to lose you the game, but once you choose to then take a team fight and still lose both of them, that's when the game really turned upside down.
Yeah, and just a brilliant performances all round from Brame, really. Yeah, the cause, Focus, Wish, and Skylark barely dying at all. You know, most of the deaths were on Spartan. That was all part of the plan. And you know, as you
Driving so far, play your guitar. You show me your heart, let down our guards. Think with our hearts, stare at the stars. We were never apart, drinking too young, way too much fun. Out in the sun, no pain when it's gone. Took you to prom, dance to our song. Dance all night long till the lights come on. It's too late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. Late nights, long fights, it felt right, we were alive. We would go out, we were so loud, we were so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends and weekdays, we'd spend our own way. We were careless, we were fearless, we were reckless, time was precious.
We loved to waste time, whiskey and wine, drinking all night, asleep by your side. Finally alive, we would just drive, never arrive. Our journey was live, staying out late, testing our fate, running away. We live for today, young and so bold, never get old. Screw what we're told, we can't be controlled.
It's too late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. And how
Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Earth Spirit.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team, Dire team pick.
Mereska has arrived.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
We got game 2! Woo! That's my impression of Teacup's exclamation right there. We got game 2. Team Nigma and Brame, they're going to go head-to-head for the second time around. First game went the way of Brame off the back of some very finely executed team fights, and we're going to see if maybe Team Nigma can I don't know, shape up a little bit in game 2, because that's what they need to do, because it wasn't necessarily their draft that lacked behind, it was their decision making. And you know what, we know that sometimes Team Nigma needs a little bit of a warm-up game, so we're going to find out if that was the case this time around, as well as we do have the draft in front of us. We're actually already 4 picks in, so please, T. Kyle, take it away.
I will start by saying I like when these series where you have like obviously like the favorite and the underdog, when the underdog wins game 1, because normally the favorite has a bit more experience to understand what went wrong and to bounce back quite quickly. So I really want this to be a 3-game series just because of the aggression both of the team have. But yeah, great start from Brame. How does Nigma bounce back? That is what this draft should be aligning towards.
Yeah, respect on the Elder Titan straight away as well, with them banning it out.
Yeah, the Monkey King ban. We're not seeing that again, thankfully.
I'm already scared for GH on this Willow, though.
Why?
You're playing against just 2 really tough heroes. Earth Spirit rolls, coils, so much magic damage and burst.
It's kind of like the love-hate of this matchup, where Willow itself can be killed because you have the AoE spells coming out, but also Willow thrives with the lockdown, the roots, and the messiness of the fight that these heroes, if they get picked off, they can die quite quickly. Of course, Puck can be elusive as well. It's not the worst. It's not the best. It's not a hard stun. I guess that's the key thing that you're looking at here. It's not a hard stun, and you're here that also can die. For sure. I
get that. I fear for... I feel like GH has been the most consistent and best performer on this team for some time now.
Okay.
And it's scary to me to have him put on a hero without any sort of innate survivability. He's a great spellcaster.
I mean, Shadow Realm is a little bit of a survivability.
Yeah, but that's what Kyle's talking about, the whole idea of Earth Spirit Puck can mitigate that defensiveness that Realm brings.
Okay. Yeah. I get it.
But yeah, both teams... Oh, my Jesus. Look at this. So Brame, they got the Grim... Yeah, the Grim Earth Spirit. Brame have run Grim offlane in history, and like probably 2.5 patches ago.
Yeah.
Will we see it now? Probably not. It's just going to be the 5 and 4.
I don't know, guys.
What's wrong,
jug into Puck Earth Spirit. It's just...
I thought Jug was a good hero right now.
Again, in concept, though, it's about pacing, right? You said at the start of this very show, you want Nigma to be strong and aggressive. That's what Juggernaut can bring. Of course, Aghanim's on Puck mitigates that, but it gives them a good window to play.
And he's got a safe lane with the Warlock behind him. That being said, Warlock on the back line is definitely not safe against the Puck and an Earth Spirit, but the thought is there.
The Warlock I'm concerned about a little bit, just for the idea of the hard lockdown. We mentioned as soon as Willow gets picked, you're like, okay, we need some stun.
Just compare the drafts already. Like PA versus Jug. PA is going to be significantly more active in a team fight. But once again, 2 squishy supports for Nigma that are susceptible to just being rocked by PA. And we're saving last pick now for Miracle, but is it going to be out of the box, or is it just going to be a Storm Spirit into an unfavorable matchup? And bear in mind, again, Storm is a hero that a lot of teams are comfortably just first 2ing, because you don't have to hide that hero. You don't really care what the matchup is. You get a rune at 2, 3, and 4 minutes. You're going to trade it at worst.
This is the type. Yeah, I was going to say DK. I feel would be the best of the bunch for for Miracle.
It's a fast draft. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're already at the final picks.
Yeah, we came in a little late.
Yeah, it just feels like both of these teams are drafting for themselves, if anything. You can see like how Nigma, they're not really reacting. They're not going, we need this lockdown for the puck. We need to prepare for this, because Nigma's essence of their draft is if they want to take a fight, this Juggernaut, he can go for the SMY and MKB and Ags. He can take quite a lot of cheap fights. He doesn't often go for the greedier builds like other cores go for. RTW is a little bit more sacrificial with his build. And it does give them a nice, overwhelming presence. And they have last pick. We need to see Miracle on a hero that he can pop off on. Maybe even... Oh, it's actually difficult. Like, Invokers doesn't even feel that good because of the whole idea of PA. PA just rinses that. So yeah, Miracle's hero pool will be really put to the challenge here.
And what do we like to see here from Skylark? Because I believe that's the hero we're waiting for here for the last
Slardar.
pick. Slardar, yeah, you heard Brian say it as well?
Yep. LC's banned. It's the best laner. It's great synergy with your draft.
He does also like Doom and Tidehunter, both still in the pool.
I don't think Tide into
Underlord,
the jug.
of course.
Underlord, same deal. I think you just pick a hero that has a nice matchup. Don't allow enemy free form.
Don't overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
Like, both drafts are very clean looking, right? They have their ability to play in. Of course, Brame has a bit more pacing and skirmish to it. We just saw how amazing that PA performance was. It's going to set itself up for the exact same type of game here. There isn't that instant, we got you on this PA pick. Yeah, anything pretty stable in the offlane. Like, I'm looking at his hero pool. Beastmaster, of course, isn't an offlane anymore. Darkseid doesn't really work at the jug.
It's tough into Warlock, but... You could also technically move the puck to offlane, but Wish plays it so well. I really don't think you want to do that.
Yeah, you don't need to. You could also go for... Actually, no, you can't do that.
Anything but Sand King. Please.
Yeah.
I beg of you.
We veto Sand King for sure.
No Sand King.
Fingers crossed, we got 20 seconds here on the clock. And they look like they're still in thought. I think now we see people actually moving to their chairs, so the decision must have been made.
Did they just go Nigma?
I think so.
I think so.
The hero that said I wasn't going to suggest, I was like, they're not going to pick it because of the Warlock. I assume because of the BKB piercing stun of Golem. And then they just go for it. Okay. Wow.
I guess that is relying a lot on the ability of Wish or Stoneman and to get into that backline to make sure that Warlock doesn't get their ability up. Ooh, Medusa.
So that's a great counter pick to the Enigma. I want to go back to the interview we had after they beat Secret.
Yeah.
We want to play fast. We feel best when we play fast. We're playing the best when we play fast. And that's a Medusa Warlock Juggernaut.
He didn't say when they were going to play fast. Because when they get to 20 minutes, this is fast. It's group. But okay, think about the matchups right now. We got Enigma. The reason why it was so strong previously was because of Necrobook. So now New Age Enigma, you're not going to have that threat of pressure. I think that's the key identifier for Enigma, at least, is you're not going to have this instant tower pressure. And there isn't like that kind of, they're invading our jungle. They're not stealing our stack. So that's where the greediness can play into. So I actually like where Nigma went with this last pick. You have Medusa Stonegaze to deal with the black hole. You also have Golem, so it's not really a good Enigma pick at the end of the time, but yeah.
It isn't, but this will be...
It's contradictive to what they're saying.
This is a challenge for Brame. Like, game, they've got to play with a lot of pace. They need kills. They need skirmish. They need to be all over the map and just overwhelming the Kuro and the boys around.
You're saying overwhelming, brother. Look, Staman, Earth Spirit. He's got to be like, whee! You know? No? You don't like the energy? Sorry, guys. Thought I'd bring a bit more childish energy to the panel. Guess it's not liked. We can go back to real analysis.
Don't worry. You know what? If we want real analysis, there's only two people that we can go to for that one. It's OD Pixel and BSJ for Game 2. Let's hear what they have to say.
Thank you very much, Stevie. Yes, game 2 here between Nigma and Brame. Brian, what do you make of this? This is some greedy stuff here from Nigma. I feel that if you're in a game, you pick Jug to carry us, and then your mid-last pick to do so, you're probably feeling a little bit ooh.
I was getting that same vibe right when that drafted, and I'm like, man, I thought I was supposed to carry this game, but I guess they probably practiced this. Medusa, in theory, is quite nice against these heroes. Puck relies on you having to run away. Medusa gets coiled and kind of stands still, but I don't like either of the last two picks. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think Miracle is necessarily on a flashy hero that we all come to know and love him for.
Yeah.
And Enigma into Warlock. Like, you're already countered. I'm so triggered they didn't pick Slardar.
You wanted the Slardar, didn't you?
It was like the perfect Slardar game. It hard counters Jug. You have a PA. You have a Grimstroke. You're like the perfect Inkswell target in the mid game. So we just saw Liquid crush their series with 2 games of Slardar from Koikfa. But hey, that hero's not in the game. I'm not going to rage about it any further. If it's all about how much space Miracle has. Jug's a pretty good safe laner to buy time for Medusa. He doesn't mind staying in his own lane for maybe 12 minutes or so. And the longer you keep that bottom tier 1 alive, the longer your mid tier 1's going to stay alive.
Okay.
The longer Miracle gets to hit Ancients, and Nigma gets to play the nice chill farm game.
I mean, and is that sort of how the dynamic will work? Like, as the Jug, you're getting like the Yasha, the Maelstrom, you're just running around the map whilst your Medusa is being the hard carry.
Yeah, I think you're completely content even maybe skipping Maelstrom. Just going like
Yasha,
straight Manta, Scotty into MKB, and eventually dealing with the PA. Where you don't have to be... You just have to be alive on Jug. I know that sounds bad, but if you have Healing Ward and you're like running around the fight and baiting spells onto yourself, Miracle will carry you here. So you don't necessarily have to dish out all the damage, because you could just die as a Jug to the PA, Puck, a lot of silences, a lot of burst.
I mean, and how does it feel this game, do you think, for Focus as the PA having to carry against a Jug and a Medusa? You know, how do you feel as the PA in these matchups?
It's all about if they kill the Warlock, because then you have another carry on your team, and that's the Enigma, who one of the most hard scaling offlaners in the entire game. Without the Warlock in the picture, Enigma's kind of got free reign of team fights right now once he gets that BKB.
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of the time, it's going to be a case of both the Enigma and the Warlock trying to hold their ults as long as possible in the team fights.
Absolutely. Nigma just feels kind of underwhelming with that 50-second cooldown now on level 1 Eidolons. You just don't deny nearly as many creeps as you used to.
Yeah, we'll see how much he is able to take away from ILTW in the laning stage.
He's just dead to the...
He is, and that's dead with the TP used as well. That hurts. He's going to have to take the long walk back to the lane there.
Enigma is not particularly fast.
No. That's going to take some time for him to crawl back to the bottom lane. There's top lane. Now, able to step outside the range of the Inkswell. They'll be fine here. And in fact, Spartan, he's the one taking heavy damage here from the two of them. Will manage to get himself easily out of range of mind control though before the Curse Crown goes off.
Walk of shame. All the way down the lane. No boots.
It hurts. That definitely hurts there for Skylark. And RTW is going to be pretty happy with that little bit of extra space. So see around here, Stamanen. I'm going to take that away from Miracle. Gets in the water rune. Top lane, Focus. Is he dead? He is. They're able to take him out, the two of them. Just overestimating his survive against Mind Control and GH as they take him out with the combo.
This game's gearing up to get ugly real quick, as Skylark is an Enigma, already losing in levels. Bought a win lace because he had to walk back to lane. So you don't necessarily want a win lace in your inventory. Centaur, geared up to absolutely free farm. All this being said, Nigma wants to play the same game plan they did last game.
Okay.
Just farm on everybody. But with a hero like Medusa, Miracle's not going to get caught out like he did on Storm last game. That's not going to happen. I think it's much harder.
Lots of step away from the Inkswell here. Focus trying his best to push back Mind Control. Mind Control's getting pretty low. So Focus is able to quite finish him off. They've got the one charges to play with. Mind Control, he's got a double ace. Perfectly done then. Waits to the point where he guarantees the kill before losing his own life.
He's going to chase him.
He's got the damage here. GH.
Has the ward to give him vision.
He does. Spartan's trying to run. GH's got the Fairy Fire so he can keep pushing on, and GH will get the job done.
Funny thing is, I don't think that ward ever saw him, but because he didn't see him under the ward, he knew exactly what path he was taking, so it didn't even reveal that he had a ward there. Little bonus there. As Centaur does go down, but Centaur just doesn't mind dying if the carry's also dying. You only mind dying as a hero like Centaur if it's going to make you more likely to die again, and I don't think that's the case here. He also had to walk back. Did he try to TP out originally?
I think no, because his TP is available, so it must have just been on cooldown at the moment he respawned from a...
Maybe he just had two heroes top and the wave wasn't pushed in yet, so he didn't
so he saved the TP, yeah.
Okay. Plus 100.
It looks like he probably didn't miss too many creeps. The whole creep wave just meeting underneath the tower. And I mean, as you say, mind control, even though he did die, very unlikely to go down again now with the Ring of Health, Ring of Regen, Ring of Protection. He's tanky.
Yeah, I just think the comeback potential of Brame's lineup is a lot less than it was last game.
Yeah, and we're really seeing sort of the effects of that early bit of a blunder down bottom from Skylark, because he's struggling to really have any sort of impact in the lane, slowing down RTW's farmers. RTW's having a great time. 21 last hits, 13 denies.
Yeah, Jug deals with Enigma quite nicely. That's almost why I was even more surprised to see the Enigma pick. Is, yeah, you have a BKB piercing disable, which is great in theory, but in lane, Jug is one of the few carries that can threaten to kill you early.
Mid, Miracle. It's going to get dove upon here. Have they got enough damage to bring him down? He's got the Fairy Fire. Miracle.
No.
He's actually going to be able to live.
Oh, no.
Takes out Stamana with a little bit of a helping hand coming in from GH. Miracle will survive and get the kill.
That's a disaster.
That's got to Brame. They're suffering on sort of all fronts here. All three lanes having hiccups here and there.
Yeah, Wish was only level 5. That's why. Miracle slightly out-leveling him. Mid lane's always a race to 6. And they decided to go despite Wish losing that race. He will get it now, though. They have a smoke. Our Spirit has TP'd back mid. Are they going to try to make this timing a thing?
Let's see. They're trying to get in on top of him mid. They're
He's just a
in.
Warlock, though. And he's living.
I mean, Kuros, he's healing up with the Shadow Word. They can't even kill him. He's actually going to be able to get away. They dropped the coil down, but they just didn't have enough damage to get anybody.
Oh,
Not even the Warlock.
Oh, bad.
It's got to hurt. Just a few moves being made here by Brame that they're not paying off so far in these laning stages.
Are scanning.
Yeah, Mind Control has a full hood. Might even be finding Spartan here.
Nice little moves there from Spartan. Make sure to not be caught out by the maze. It might not matter, though. Damage here from the Who Stomp and the Double Edge. He's going to go for the TP out, but they've got the damage. Another kill here for Nigma.
I like this build from Mind Control here. I was wondering why he went hood when he's laning against a PA. It's like, yeah, you want the hood for all the other heroes. But he's just elected to max out that double edge, so effectively making it so he can use double edge to farm without killing himself. He can also nuke the PA without killing himself. And you're seeing it pay off. They've already gotten 3 kills in the top lane. That kill netted him on the PA earlier, too. Little things in these matchups. That's when you know somebody's a hero specialist.
Not knowing the exact way to go here.
Oh, you got a possessed mask on ILTW. Things are looking up.
Oh, that's a lovely one. On RTW, indeed, as you said, phase straight into the S and Y. He wants to battle this game. He's going to be running at you.
You just don't need any damage, guys. You don't need 2 carries. We need a bunch of different roles in the game, and 2 heroes dealing damage is not one of them. Jug kind of does decent damage with just stat items anyway. Like, you're enough of a threat that you can't just get ignored.
That's Blaine, focus. He's going to need some assistance. It's coming in. Actually, well, I say that. The TP actually being cancelled as Focus now has got to deal with the 2 of them on his own.
He canceled that on his own. Like, that wasn't canceled by somebody on Radiant. Earth Spirit just elected to not think he was needed there.
I mean, it's kind of working out. It means that they're able to play on and get the kill over on the other side of the map. And Focus looks like he will make it away.
He's not living the dream, though.
Yeah, it's time spent just running away from Nigma and not being able to hit creeps, which definitely hurts.
He does have boots, though, so he'll make it back to base faster. That's glass half full right there for you, Owen.
We'll see how's the progress for Skylark going. He's had to return to the jungle, opting to go the route of the Midas. Do you think this is the correct way to go after a tough start, or is this
I don't know what else he's supposed to do. What are you going to do? Rush a blink? You can't go Necrobook or anything like that. Helm Dom, I don't think it's really a thing. So the issue is you have a PA. It's like we were concerned about Miracle kind of taking the carry role from ILTW. But as I said, Jug, as we see Spartan,
he sort of
no man's land here.
Came over. I think he was trying to mess around with Miracle as Miracle did the Ancients, but he's only ended up giving Miracle a life as well.
Ancient creeps for Miracle there, as they're just going to instantly deward all this. But Jug, very independent farmer. Notice how he's the one that's allowed to occupy the lane bottom. On the other hand, Nigma, who's not an actual carry, it has to play like one. You know, he's sitting in his own jungle, taking the ultra safe farm, and it looks like he's planning on doing that for another 5 to 10 minutes by the fact that he's chewed up this Midas. So, you know, you 3 seats in a car and you're trying to fit 5 heroes into it. I don't know, like, where they all sit. We're gonna have to do some lap sitting on, maybe sharing some farm camps.
I think they, yeah.
ILTW's even invading. He's
taking away some of what you have, yeah. It's going to be hard. I mean, they're already down 3k. And as you said, we're going to get a Midas Enigma, Battle Fury PA. These heroes both needing time and space. A lot of pressure on Wish and the supporting cast to just make something happen here with the 3 of them. But Nigma's going to be prepared. They've got good ways to fight back. ILTW, though, getting chain silenced. A nice kick there as well from Shtaman. And as, hey, that's what the 3 of them have got to do. They do it there. They catch out the Juggernaut.
You have a ward there. You see Enigma bottom. They have no other BKB piercing stuns, dude. You can't die there on Jug. Like, you just cannot die there. You have all the information in the world. No reason to walk to the low ground. He's actually pretty safe in the Ancients as long as he sees Enigma. And very, very sloppy death, I'll be honest with you, from ILTW.
Well, it's going to give Brame the chance to push it on mid. They're actually going to be able to get Kuro out of this as well by the looks of it as they dive the tower. TPs are coming in, but Kuro will fall. ILTW is back in with the respawn. TP's in with the backup of GH and Mind Control. They're going to look to try and run down Shtaman. Shtaman's going to have to roll up in a second. See if he can play his way out of this. He's into the trees. Won't be able to roll out as they are able to block his escape off. And they'll take him out in return. Space in the mid though. Miracle. Damage here to the tier 1 tower. Wish will swing back across, but the Dream Coil still on cooldown for 20 seconds. So no setup to be had here.
Midas is online. Maybe he'll go like the Greaves route, you know? Maybe he'll go, because he has Mana Boots queued up.
He's got Blink as well queued up.
Okay, never mind. I actually didn't want him to do that, but based on the fact that he had Mana Boots queued up, I thought he might. I do believe Enigma has to somewhat carry this game. He has to go like the Blink BKB, Refresher Octarine, Lincolns, you know, all these items.
Got the 6 on Kuro now. Nigma's team fight very strong. As ILTW stepped up to the high ground, but they were there ready waiting for him. ILTW goes down. We'll see if Nigma can still clean up something in return. As they're committing in, GH is able to get the staff in the back lines. They'll take down Spartan, sitting at Stamanen as well. Stamanen, he's out of there. He's going to be fine. He's away. Wish, also with the Orb out and available, able to jump out of the reach of Mind Control. But another time, ILTW just losing his life as they're able to easily burst him as he's the one to head up to the high ground first.
When you guys see Jugs like seemingly randomly spin or people seemingly preemptively popping their BKBs, that's why. Because if you don't use your defensive tools right away against certain lineups, you're just going to die instantly. And ILTW not giving them enough respect. Brame chaining their silences and spells together perfectly.
Mind Control. He's trying to catch the creep wave here behind the tower, but with the 3 of them that they've got and the silences and the burst, they can punish him. They take him out, dying behind the tower very unnecessarily.
This is kind of just a repeat of game 1. I don't know if it's going to be good enough this game for Brame. As I mentioned, like their comeback is more difficult.
They've got a PA again.
Playing better. Like past the laning phase, they just play better so far this series. You got to stop slipping this up. You can't be ahead and then be feeding kills. That's exactly how Dota's coded to punish.
They found Miracle. At least they're trying to. They've got the Dream Coil down. He's pretty low. They'll put the Stampede. Wishes he got enough damage. He hasn't. The mana's still pretty much full for Miracle, so he's got the tank ability to actually attempt to push back in on this. They haven't got the catch. Ooh, good attempt from GH with the Brambles, but won't quite catch Wish there on the jump out to the Orb. As Brame's away, they force a heavy reaction from Nigma. They're able to back out without Nigma being able to grab anyone on the escape.
ILTW went back for the Maelstrom.
I was going to ask you about it. Are you a fan of that? You feel that you should have committed and played for the stat build? Does this sort of verge on the sort of the greedier side of things?
I don't think the way to fix dying is to buy not survivability items. So I think he has died due to out of position rather than the fact that his hero is meant to die in this game. So maybe he thinks, okay, I'll just play a bit more passively on the map. But Medusa's already kind of doing that. I think ILTW has correctly been putting himself in risky scenarios, but he's not supposed to die in these risky scenarios. That's why it's correct. His hero's survivable. But they haven't had the black hole or anything. The threat of the black hole is seemingly more powerful than the actual black hole. As Skylark is getting these deaths. That's the emphasis.
Sure.
I thought they were going to be sharing a lot of real estate. But the map's open quite a lot. He's got the mana boots already 2/3 of the way to a blink dagger.
Yeah, like with the way that things are going, you're going to be feeling pretty good with this minus on Enigma at this stage.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like
feels pretty
all
good.
the negative repercussions I was concerned about are not happening now. They are farming just as much. The net worth has stagnated. It was 4K 2 minutes ago, or 3 minutes ago, and now it's even less.
Yeah, Brame doing a good job off the back of the last few fights to keep a hold on this game. We'll be able to step up and take away this triangle from Brame. So Miracle's farm, as you can see, just continues to stay right up at the top.
Yeah, focus gone for the Brown Boots Battle Fury. No other items.
Oh,
this is space.
Stamana caught out behind the tower.
Not ideal, but space. People that are farming, that you need to be farming, are farming.
And I mean, for Brame, because they do have like the two core kit, the two carries, this Jug and Medusa on Nigma side of things, is there a bit of urgency? Or like the Midas on the Enigma, the Battle Fury on the PA? Do you just keep hitting the creeps, keep trying to avoid fights, and just trusting in the PA to be able to carry against both of these later on?
They don't have that great a split push on Team Nigma, so I think Brame's idea is to play similarly to what Liquid did earlier, where you just wait for the Medusa lineup to eventually separate. The difference in this game is they have Jug to deal a lot of tower damage, so that the towers will be dropping faster. Spartan might just be dropping here. He will. Casual.
Easy solo kill for LTW.
Skylark's ready to potentially hold. But yeah, just separate them and look for pickoffs as you farm your Enigma on the side lane. Your PA farms with Blur. They don't have the best catch on Nigma. They have Centaur into Willow, which is decent, but once the BKBs come out, the Puck doesn't really die to that combo. They'll have to pick and choose their fights carefully, pick off the Warlock in the back lines, leave the Medusa for last.
And I've got to ask Brian, is he going to do this? He's queuing up an early Rapier on Miracle.
If they can line it up with an Aegis, yes, I believe he will. It does not give True Strike anymore, so it is not nearly as powerful against PA as it used to be.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, that is very true. And RTW, he's out here farming away from the rest of the team. They get the jump on him. They're in with the silence. They'll come with the catch play. The Who does give him the chance to put the Blade Fury. Golem's down. This time Nigma's able to get in and save ILTW. As they'll lose both Stamana and Wish. Stamana even buying back, but not able to get back in on this. This time around, the aggressive posture, it works out.
It was all set up for that moment. He had baited them into thinking he could die again, such that they could go high ground.
I mean, yeah, they certainly are. This tier 3 starting to take a bit of a beating here at 17 minutes in. Nigma feeling the strength that they have with this 6K lead to siege the base. 18 seconds, no Wish.
Yeah, this is just a battle for
and Mind Controller gets the jump in over towards Skylark. I have pull up Snake. He's going to get kicked to the side, but Miracle's got the damage. They bring down the Enigma as well. As they're not going anywhere, Nigma push on. And 18 minutes in, they'll take the melee racks.
And it's just, what are they going to do about it? Without Coil plus her Spirit ulti, where's the damage? Like, PA ain't going to be doing it. He's got a Blightstone and a Battle Fury. Too much greed. It was looking pretty good for them, but suddenly when you go for that all-in kill on ILTW, suddenly gets turned around on you. Lose 2 crucial heroes and crucial cooldowns. Seems like Miracle kind of just does whatever he wants, and he's playing a clean game. 4-0-2 on Medusa.
He's definitely, he's got the resume to show and say that, hey guys, trust me with the Rapier purchase. Looking very clean so far, the performance, and he's going to get it at a very good time, as he's already, and with this tower, he'll have the money, he already does actually, to pick up the relic.
If we remember the the Liquid series earlier, the only reason their strategy worked was because Hellbear Smashers did not have enough tower damage to make you have to fight them. You could just ignore this ball, but the Jug plus Medusa combo, you you have to acknowledge that they are killing your base. Like, you can't just leave them alone here. And the Rapier just doubles down on that. It's like, okay, you don't want to fight us? You want your PA to be splitting? You want your Enigma to be splitting with the Midas? We're just going to hit your buildings with 350 bonus damage on Medusa, one of the safest Rapier carriers in the game. As they might find him here.
Oh, they might. Oh, actually overshoots the mark there. Mind control with the blink. They might still just get him focused, trying to put the blur. People are coming to try and help him out, but they're not getting here in time. Nigma catch and kill the PA.
That was a respect blink by Mind Control, because he's like, we're all missing. There's no way this PA is going to farm the hard camp. So I'm going to assume that he ran. And then they're like, nah, dude, he's still right there. And he's like, okay. And we get the kill anyway.
DD Rune as well, sitting outside that Roche pit.
Hit the
if
Roche.
That's going to be a temptation here for them. And
yep.
I mean, it really is hitting that timing. You know, it's a Miracle's planned perfectly for this. With the amount of God he's picked up over on the high ground. Now coming with the jump, but the counterplay's there as the Golem just gets dropped down by Kuroki. And anything that Brame was trying to get going there gets completely put to a stop.
Yeah, it's too easy for LTW at this point. He's just got so much behind him. The Willow counter initiation, the Centaur blink, the Warlock Golem.
Oh, they're feeling it right now here, Nigma, tipping one another. I know that this game is going very nicely for them here. 17-6, 12k lead, 20 minutes in. Around the Adusa and Chug duo core lineup that's absolutely working out for Nigma. As the kills, they just continue to roll in. They're in on towards Spartan. Actually, I'll say that not enough damage, and maybe Skylark is able to set up something in return. He's going to hold off. Doesn't want to commit him whilst Brame haven't got everybody up. Enigma, they're pushing the top lane. Where's that purchase? Is it there yet? He's nearly got the money. He's
going to do it.
Yep, he's got his courier in position. It's going to be a very fast timing. Relic picked up.
Got the last hit on the tower. Very good. It's this creep wave right here.
Here we have it. I mean, this has got to be the fastest this patch. I know we've seen a few deuces, but I don't think we've seen the Rapier rush this patch.
This is the perfect timing. Those buildings are still going to start getting chunked. You have the sustain from Warlock and the healing ward, so you shouldn't feel afraid to get poked down. They're smoked up, but you have to all in because of this sustain.
Yeah.
No wear and tear like we saw against the Sven in game 1.
Oh, I know we have, yeah, no surprise there. 8 minutes faster than the fastest. Mike tries to get him with the jump there. I'm able to dodge it.
Yeah, you can't fight this. He's going to walk out of the Midnight Pulse. And I think we're going to find a very lame conclusion to this game.
Unless Brame's able to do something incredible. Yeah, Miracle, he's starting to hit the tier 4s.
He's got the Dragon Lance.
Where's Brame going?
Oh, and the Grove Bow.
It looks like they're abandoning the base. There's a Deucer with a Rapier in their tier 4 tower. They're out in the middle lane.
Skylark's hitting up the Ancients.
I mean, they've got to do something.
Hey, he's hitting the Ancients while Miracle is about to hit the Ancient.
I see.
Need Ancients for Ancient.
All right. Well, they're going to try and put something together here. The Soulbind's out. Miracle, of course, with this Rapier damage, he's just taking them down very easily. Skylark dying in the fountain. It's going to be over. They're not going to be able to do anything about this. The Ancient falling. Miracle just picking up a trick.
And the black hole!
He tries. He tries. He's out.
Give him the Rampage. Come on.
Come on. Give him. Come on.
Dude.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, disappointment.
Miracle,
but there we
equally
go.
disappointed as we.
Yeah. Well, that was a game. 23 minutes in. You know, they come out with the jug and the Deucer, and Nigma, they certainly show us how it's done here. Flawless stuff. The Rapier
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. 10 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Warlock.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant.
The third game and the exciting game of this best of 3 right here on your screens. DreamLeague Season 15, powered by Intel, upper division of the Western European DPC League. And both of these teams at the moment are 1 and 2. 1 win, 2 losses. Means whoever loses here is 3 losses. That is basically a recipe for the rest of the season is going to be fighting to avoid elimination rather than the rest of the season is going to be fighting to make it to the major. And that is, I mean, that's a tough spot. We'll see which one of these teams is going to be victorious here in the draft. I'm here with T-Gov and Kyle. And first pick Warlock. It worked out amazingly well in that second game. And it just allows you the freedom to pick whatever safe laner you want, basically.
Yep, and I like that a lot for them for that reason. LTW is going to have a free laning phase. It's a pretty chill hero for Kuro to play. His button pressing on the Oracle wasn't the greatest. Warlock, a lot easier to have that high game impact, you know? Fatal Bonds, ult. Job well done. Maybe throw a heal on a carry here and there.
I can't believe you completely ignored the most broken spell from Warlock.
What, upheaval?
There we go.
That was my favorite thing to do back when I would play. Like, I'm upheavaling. And then every 3-4 seconds, I'm upheavaling.
And the cast range
I got him.
The cast range is so far, you're like, you're not even near the fight. You're like, you have no fears of getting
so
stunned.
chill.
Oh.
Unless there's a Phoenix that dives for you. I do really like the abandoned, but upheaval is not able to be you know,
no, upheaval
dispelled by it. So
yeah, exactly. I don't like this at all from Brame. They hand them a free Juggernaut too. We talked about Stomina, his dominance is this aggressive 4 position. They lock him into a Phoenix, almost certainly a 5 position Abaddon. And to your point, yeah, Warlock is like, okay, chill.
They have also played this Abaddon in the offlane a couple of weeks ago in a different tournament. They did lose to Viking in that game.
Oh, that's quite good against Jug, Warlock. Can't take pressure, remove the Shadow Word. Smack Jug in the face, trade pretty easily.
So this could potentially be the offlane and 4 duo, or of course Phoenix could just still be the 5. A little bit of flexibility with this opening for sure. But
so far they have picked a core and a support every time, so I would imagine one of these two is going to be definitely a core.
Yeah, maybe so. Nigma though, like Carlo mentioned, Warlock, just a simple, strong opening. It's been prominent in like the NA scene for sure. And Juggernaut, it played so well in the previous game at enabling, and I like that idea of 1, it already counts as a hero, but 2, it gives Miracle more emphasis in the game because Juggernaut's a hero that can be your hard carry, or it can be super sacrificial, playing around healing ward, 1 tanky item being the SMY, and now suddenly this mid has all the game to play around. So I like the idea of them just picking up this kind of carry that can flex to either role depending on what the game becomes.
Yeah. We got a Stormban coming out from Brame as their last ban here.
Basically, the 2 elusive mid heroes that would punish if this was your support duo, because you can't lock them down. And then, of course, the big win condition that was greatly utilizing the jug already, that was the Medusa. So, yeah, Brame just very much respecting what Miracle can bring with these 3 heroes. On the flip side, from Nigma, the bans, you hate playing Juggernaut into a Wraith King or a Void. You can never really get through. Wow.
What in the... Dude,
yeah,
Brame...
5 seconds remaining.
What's up with the time?
What are you doing? What?
Unfortunately for Brame, the concerns that Carl is putting right now is they've opened with the Tide, giving another free pick to Nigma, which is the Rubik. Giving GH a free Rubik game.
You also wait. How are you gonna iterate with these three heroes?
I think
your off lane's gonna get is countered by a Jug, no matter who goes there.
Yeah, the main thing for Brame is they're in the lower division, or at least the online scene. There was a big kind of scene of putting Tide into the 5 role. So maybe Brame's being super creative with their flexing, because you don't want to pick Tide into a Juggernaut. But yeah, Brame's draft is very disconnected, and it does feel a little bit kind of reactionary.
They're seeming like they're having fun.
It is a really good Morphling game. They have great team fight now. The two supports of Nigma will be isolated and easy to burst, but you still have 2 picks left.
5 seconds remaining.
They banned out a man. I don't know. I'm just really concerned about their plans to address the Jug lane. I fear that ILTW is just gonna free farm, and now you've got a couple options. It's a pretty solid Necrophos game if you want to go that route. Invoker still in the pool. Yeah.
Yep. We can see the Miracle Invoker.
Yeah.
We've seen it played once before this season. It won. It wasn't the hottest of performances, but it did win.
A casual DP as well. And Carl mentioned that a lot during the draft.
No one ever believes me.
Yeah, the hero's kind of been.
It got buffed.
The thing is, right? Heroes that are broken that become good often get forgotten quite quickly. Okay, we see Leshrac. We've seen that obviously ran with Liquid when Sumo joined now 3 times, I believe it is. So yeah, nice pick, aggression, and that's where I think Brame's their big weakness. Like their heroes are just: do we have Egg? Do we have Ravage? Does Morphling have Farm? And if either of those boxes are unchecked, it just allows for a Juggernaut Leshrac to just run you down. It's the exact same story as Game 2. It's that early window of pressure that will just punish Brame's greediness in their draft.
You do at least have turnaround potential based on this huge ultimates, as you say. The whole idea here is that if Leshrac can just kind of run in, get the heal off, healing ward behind, pave the way for Juggernaut, everything on Brame just kind of dies.
They need cheap stuns though for Brame, because right now, you said about the turnaround, right now they have 1 Ravage. That's exactly it, you know, and that alone is concerning, because normally when you think of Ravage being the key spell, that's because it's the only teamfight spell in the game. Flip side from Nigma, they have the Warlock Golem to mirror that. So
they got the Rubik, they got their own Ravages. I'm sure that GH will have a field day on that. Question, you guys were mentioning earlier that you like to see the Abaddon as a core to deal with the Warlock and the Jugger in lane. Now that it looks like it's a Tidehunter off lane, would you want the Abaddon 4? Because normally you'd see the Phoenix 4, right?
I think Brame is being a little bit creative here with the Abaddon Tide flexing between 3 and 5 right now.
Okay.
Phoenix is most likely your 4. And they're just kind of keeping a bit more open.
I can't say I actually think Abaddon as a core I'd like more.
No, yeah, for sure. Someone who can just stand in front of the tower.
Pick a ranged safe laner, or actually no, Morph is fine, right? You Gush build, support Tide with a Morph.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is that real?
Well, the concept is that we've seen in other teams, like maybe from Smashers, where it's like the POS 5 with the big win condition ranged hero. That's where Tide 5, especially in the close qualifiers, getting to the lower division for EU, this was like half of the games was like this hero popping up. So I can maybe see how they're coming to this conclusion of this type of draft, but it's very very hit or miss.
Let's see, you can maybe go Legion Commander. It's not a terrible Darkseer game, maybe. You don't have stuns, right?
Not into Morphling though. I think you want to pick a hero that can actually apply some pressure in the lane.
Timbersaw still in the pool too.
Oh god, Timbersaw's nasty.
There's not that many disables coming out from Brame, and they
but Morph does somewhat okay in the game against that. But yeah, I think just a hero that has some presence. I wouldn't mind like a casual Mars, for example. Just give him a bit more team fight.
More
apply some
team
pressure.
fight.
Yeah, just a little bit, just something to put him over the edge.
Oh, the DK though.
Okay. Kuroki's chocolate. They're like, what are we playing again?
This coming.
They have like
got him.
They have 1 stun.
Yeah.
But technically, Morphling also has 1. So they have like 1.5 stuns.
Ravage. Oh, that's already counted.
That's the one. Just double check.
It all starts, you know what? It's when you go Phoenix Abaddon to open. That's just what you get yourself into.
So what's the savior of all of this? What is your wish hero to keep the game going forever? And why is it Tinker?
Oh dear.
Not a bad tanker game, but Jesus, no. Stop that. Stop that.
We're not going home tonight, guys. But no, yeah. That was a slight. Oh no, these slight grins. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Something maniacal.
Something's happening.
Is Wish, does he have any of the cheeses? No, it's just a TA, you know. We've seen TA actually being quite successful in the games, but it also does not have a stun.
So this is what
Who needs
Brame
stuns anyway?
also ran against, I believe, Liquid in 2 games against the Leshrac, and the Leshrac went pretty well. It wasn't as if Leshrac shut down.
Leshrac is favored through the early mid game. The Edict eats through Refraction. You also have a core Tide. They've just committed to it.
Okay, sure.
And both TA and Tide love clearing Ancients. And their other hero is Morphling.
Yeah, I think what Brame are leaning on is TA gets her timing, Morphling gets like an E-Blade, and then they're grouping up and fighting together. I guess the main concern is they don't have cheap stuns. They are all about that single jump and kill. And in that jump, they have to blow up either the Leshrac or the Jug. And that alone is very scary as your primary game plan. That is scary for sure. I think Nigma has heavily outdrafted Brame. And if Brame are to win this, they have got some like next level approach to this game where they just have pace through the roof and they've just given Nigma no farm. It is worrisome, I think, this game. Don't like this draft from Brame.
Pick stuns. Don't not pick stuns.
They didn't pick stuns.
You won a game.
They picked the rat. They picked
played
rabbits.
really well. And I don't know how you do anything on the map now, Sheaves. Like, you just... What? You got to make mistakes now.
They're going to go.
Hey,
if they fight, they can do it.
And we have seen also Team Nigma make mistakes, so we'll see if Brame can find some to capitalize on, and maybe they get some great team fights off the ground. But who knows what will happen third game? We're going to find out together with BSJ and OD Pixel.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, the deciding game here between Nigma and Brame. As Brame, they end with this TA that we've seen them fall back on before, and you know they have had some good performances on it. You know, Wish, it's one of his best heroes, master tier TA. But what do you make overall of this, Brian? You know, we see a very sort of different draft from Brame, something that you wouldn't expect from other teams. The opening in particular. Are you a fan of this, or are you a little skeptical?
I'll just be straight with you, Owen. I have no idea what their draft on Brame's side is intended to do. They have 3 heroes that need to farm early. They have no stuns, and they have a support duo with no moving potential, like no roaming potential. And maybe with a bit of setup, Phoenix could offer some damage. Maybe a Batten could like enable somebody to be aggressive. But nobody... Morph is very passive early game. TA hits the neutrals. Like Tide doesn't necessarily want a lot of fighting until he gets like one small item that makes him more survivable. So I'll just be straight and say I'm gonna learn something about what Brame intended with this game, because I don't know what their timings are. Nigma, on the other hand, DK is gonna pressure early buildings. Jug's gonna be independent while potentially pressuring buildings, and Miracle can probably just walk to any lane he wants and push W and kill the tower. So pace of the game wise, I'm very nervous for Brame. As the first game, the way they came back was getting a bunch of kills. Both games so far, Brame's had a rough laning stage, and I expect Nigma kind of just outplay them again. So we're gonna have to see, like, will they get the team fights on the side of Brame they need? Maybe get that early Roche. Maybe that's their way back in the game.
Oh, well, we'll see. It'll definitely be some different sort of Dota though from Brame if they're able to pull this off. This is going to be quite something, but. Yeah, as it looks straight up with the draft in hand, Nigma, some obvious strengths with their heroes.
That's a really nice stun by Miracle there to get the range creep deny. Warlock Jug is just an insane lane, because Jug spins through the creeps to get to you, so he does that extra damage with the Fatal Bonds.
With just sort of the sustain of the Warlock, this is a lane that ILTW is going to feel pretty safe in at all times.
Yeah, you have to pick a kill lane to deal with this, right? Because you have the healing ward plus the shadow word from Warlock. You're never going to harass ILTW down. And Tide, Phoenix, I would not deem that to be a kill lane.
I mean, well, up top, Mind Control and GH. what sort of pressure can they put on a Morph? Is Focus going to have a fun time farming, or is this a lane that's going to mess with him a little bit?
I think this lane's going to be a completely free trade as we see Skylark go down once again. Compared to the last game was what I meant by once again. But I think eventually Miracle will just walk at this top lane when DK gets 6. And at that point, I don't think Abaddon or Morphling can really do anything.
Okay.
Like, they can't necessarily kill the Morphling, but they can just walk at him and force him out of lane. And then the TA is not responding, right? There's not going to be any counter gank mid assistance. So GH being a little annoying here.
I mean, if you can weigh out the shield. Okay,
he broke the salve. That was a salve from Spartan using the shield as a way to protect it. And then he just breaks it anyway. So suddenly he's got no way to come back to full health. Yeah, I'm just so concerned for the 6 to 12 minute mark for Brame. I just think Miracle has his way with this game. Lesh's only weakness is that early game he's pretty squishy. And you just have no ways of getting him. Wish is going to have to pull off some crazy solo kill underneath a couple traps. We did see a pretty sick performance on TA from Wish a couple days ago.
Yeah, he popped off massively, was just insanely farmed, and was single-handedly able to carry even in the very late stages of the game. Like, he is very comfortable on TA at all parts of the game. And it's bottom lane RTW this time round.
Fairy Fire 8-stick. They do get the healing word, though.
They won't quite get in, though.
But that's the beauty of the Warlock.
We have seen Skylark, even with that death, was able to come back into the lane and caught up quite heavily in CS.
The thing is, this lane doesn't scale in Tide's favor. You never actually kill the Jug. The only time where Jug will die is if he oversteps a bit, or if TA gets like a super early blink and they time the Ravage before the spin. But before the Blink Dagger, he really doesn't need any assistance, which means that the supports can play around Lesh if needed. And we saw what happened when they played around the Sumail Lesh on Liquid. One of the best heroes to enable super early on in the game. That seems to be why Team Nigma has fallen back on Jug so heavily. Is it's just a carry that needs very little assistance once the laning stage is over. So they can really focus around their breadwinner, Miracle.
And in terms of what the supports are going to be able to achieve this game, you know, Nigma getting the Rubik, pretty good game for Rubik to grab the spells.
Oh, absolutely. Abaddon's got some of the best spells to steal in the game, and you obviously got the Ravage. Even TA's spells are pretty decent. You can get traps of your own. Refraction's a pretty decent spell in the mid-game for survivability. Really no bad choices here. Morph, you can actually steal a attribute shift as well. Yeah, he's going to have pick of the lot for himself here.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And with the CS in mind at the moment. And bottom, RTW.
He is missing creeps during this. There are dire creeps underneath his own tower.
And Skylark, he's got a massive creep wave here following him. We're going to see Kuro try with the body blocks. He's got the Shadow Word down.
Will it get purged? No. Imagine if Kraken Show went off
at the last moment. But it doesn't. They get the kill, and at the same time up top, Nigma dive in. They'll take out Spartan. They will lose GH for that in the trade.
And Miracle got 6 first. Nice dodge on the stun. He would have died there, 100%. Is just maxing out the Diabolic Edict. As Kyle mentioned, very good against TA. The thing about this mid matchup is both heroes want to farm, but if they just casually run into each other while farming away from creeps, Leshrac just straight up solo kills TA. That's the problem. When people think about counters, how do the heroes want to play, and how do they interact with each other when they play that way?
Now they're even bringing in GH here for an attempt on Wish. If they can get him. As TPs are coming in. Miracle, just this damage.
You don't even do anything. You literally just walk at him. You didn't need to stun.
Didn't need to stun, didn't need the lightning. Just running him down. It's...
What bothers me the most is that Brame saw the lanes that they were against other than the Morphling lane. And the Morphling lane's probably the best matchup out of all of them. And they picked before the DK. You see the Warlock Jug and you pick Tide, which to me makes no sense. And then you see Miracle, which you lost to Leshrac twice already. As TA, you're picking it again. So, just a bit strange. That they knew what they were reversing and they still found themselves in this situation. It makes me believe that Nigma is just kind of individually skilled across the board a bit higher. these little laning things just add up so much, like that salve break, that early deny on the range creep for Lesh, which gives him the level 6 first. Most mid lanes are decided in the first creep wave or two. And right now, since you can't really kill people early, since there's so much regen, it's pretty much a battle of the CS. Who gets more denies, who hits that 6 early, and then the supports start participating. As Skylark is not living the offlane dream right now.
He's not. He's struggling.
He can level Omni if he wants to. He does. Miracle here to clean it up.
And Kuro's even able to get his courier as well. So not only dying, but losing his courier. I mean, he's having a rough one down here, Skylark.
I don't have the widest offlane pool, but if I knew I was playing against Warlock Jug, I would never ask to play Tide. That just doesn't sound fun. Like, you're just going to get Fatal Bonds and spun on continuously. You can't really cut creeps because Jug buys early phase boot, so he can chase you down. Leshrack's a great roaming hero. He didn't see the Lesh in the draft, but it's just such efficient rotations for Miracle. He probably missed like 2 creeps mid and came right back. We saw him farming a stack last game. This time he just gets a casual kill and then returns to his farm patterns. Now he's going to walk at the top lane. Here it comes. Mind Control's level 6. Should be a pretty free rotation for Miracle to just walk at him. Yep. Steal his stacks. Focus going to get booted out of lane. Miracle might not even stick around. Is he? I think he might take the free tower, but looks like he's going to elect to go back to farming.
I mean, and what sort of moves can Brame's lineup make?
And you tell me, Owen. I hate to be grim. I just don't know what they're doing with this Game 3 draft. I love the way they drafted the Game 1 and Game 2. They honestly had it up until the Enigma pick. I really liked what they were doing. I just don't understand. Like, they cannot kill Jug until TA gets like Blink Deso, and they can't kill Miracle. I really don't know when they can kill Miracle. I guess similar time with Ravage. That's their only playmaking ability, as Mind Control elects to come to Miracle rather than the other way around.
I've got the Ravage, but the healing ward's out in the trees. RTW, we'll find him here diving in. Kuro would have given the heal, but the burn of the Sunray, is it enough damage with the spirits? It doesn't look like it. RTW is going to be able to walk away, and that's Ravage down and out for over 2 minutes, of course. That long cooldown, and as you said, in a game where you're really kind of relying on that stun.
Yeah, phase boots are pretty much a BKB when you can just run away from everything.
Fairy's Trinket as well for Miracle.
That is the dream.
Yeah.
That's the possessed mask for mid laners. As does he have the Yules already coming out? Oh god, that's a 9.5 minute Yules. So now he can represent solo kill threat on pretty much everyone except for Morph. TA 800 gold away from Blink, so there will be a nice window for Miracle to be able to kill him. Miracle's looking. He is walking underneath the ward and TA traps.
Skylark down bottom. The heal. Bonds are out. And there. Okay, a little bit of
Miracle wants the last hit. Oh, he didn't take it.
A little bit of a miscommunication there, owning the same target that gets yours. But that gets the job done. RTW is still getting the last hit, so the outcome is the same.
Nah, I think it's a mistake, because if Miracle's gonna Yules the Omni, he's supposed to get the last hit. Otherwise, like, why did you Yules him, you know? And then Mind Control gets top tower. Miracle's gonna walk the bottom tower.
I mean, this is...
Tier 1 going down does give them a new fort.
A Skylark. He's come back into the lane. And they're running him down. He's not getting away. Another death.
This tower? Okay, they forted.
Oh man, this is looking a little bit like a steamroll here. As yeah, 0-5-0 on the offlane Tide this game, Skylark. He's having a rough one.
Mind Control might be in some trouble.
Nope. He's fine. And they gotta run.
They are going to slow down Kuroki with this trap if he procs it.
Can he get the stun?
No, he does not proc it.
Nice.
Play of the game for Brame right there.
Give it a clap.
Yeah, TA has that taunt to clap, doesn't she?
She does actually, yeah. Oh, hang on. Look what they found here.
Do they do enough?
He's got the strength building up. They do quite a lot of damage, though. And Focus, even with the HP built up, he's still dead. It's getting rough. We had a quick game 2. This one might be even quicker, bro.
Leshrac is incredibly strong if he's not afraid of getting bursted when he walks at you.
Look at this. Here we go.
It's probably the best hero in Dota. Oh! Wow, we need that was
I mean, that was pretty nice. Look at that. He waits until the last millisecond as well. Frame perfect. Frame perfect.
If only LD was casting this so we could hear the wow.
I can hear it in the back of my head.
Yeah, me too. The thing about Lesh is he does so much damage if he's within range of his ulti and Diabolic Edict that you have to be able to kill him faster than he kills you. And
who's killing him?
Yeah, I mean that's the question, right? Is like if you have like Lena's or even like a Rubik of your own where you steal the Lesh's stun, it's like that's a little bit of burst that threatens him. But right now, he will be able to Yules anything. Like if they try to ravage him, if they try to like egg on top of him, there's nothing stopping him from just Yules dodging all the damage.
They're gonna kill the Jug.
Smoke the Ravage. Skylark act.
How do they start?
Act natural. Ravage him. Oh,
Ravage. Oh.
That was the play. It was right there was the Ravage. He had the Ravage right there.
They missed it now.
Skylark act natural. He's being a little too aggressive.
I mean, they all smoke down to do something, but then they kind of realize they can't do something.
Dude, I've been in this spot before. Trust me, I've had my fair share of drafts where like
you're painting this beautiful picture and it all comes together and it looks like a 3-year-old drew it.
And what's happening there?
I just don't. I don't know, man. You have this beautiful mural in mind, and it's a bunch of stick figures at this point.
GH
is walking into their triangle at 13 minutes without fear of death.
Did they kill the egg?
Warlock right clicks. Well, Owen.
Well, at least we had a long kind of brawler of a game 1 this thing.
We did. We had a nice game 1.
Game 1. What was it? Kuro's not even dead. He's not even dead. Miracle's in. Got the stun off. Microjar jumping in as well.
Good patience with the stun there. To wait till the Baden shielded.
As Wish is dead. Focus and Skylark are coming in.
Kuroki might be going down.
Or not. No, he's not. The healing ward's out. He's going to be fine. They've got him with the stun. But the Ravage will save him.
Kuroki.
The Ravage will save him. They're trying to kill Warlock. Yes. They do get Warlock. But Spartan's dead. Focus has got to run. So Ravage down, but kill has been achieved. Oh, and he stole Ravage. Oh, no.
He's already got attribute shift, so he's got 1,800 health.
And Skylark, what's he doing?
He's trying to make sure he gets his Ancients.
Yep. Well, they'll get him.
He weakened him up a little bit for Nigma to farm it.
I mean, what happened, Brian, to the Brame of game 1?
A Baden Phoenix might be the weirdest opening I've ever seen. I'll just be honest with you. The heroes have absolutely no synergy. It's both of your supports, which you reveal to have no stuns. So when you have 2 supports with no playmaking potential, they can just pick greedy cores that are survivable and don't die at slows. And then you have no playmaking potential. And the best you can do is to pick 3 cores, or at least 2, that clean up that weakness a little bit, right? They patch up the weakness, and then they just picked 2 farming cores and like only farming cores, don't make plays in the first 15 minutes, and a long cooldown offlaner that needs a follow-up. Like Tide works with follow-ups. So you have a bunch of heroes that are the follow-up. You have 5 follow-up heroes. So like you said, who goes first, you know? You see this Jug, you're staring him down with 4 heroes. You can't do anything. Oh, he spun TP a little bit too early.
Missed a couple of creeps there.
Gonna have to talk about that efficiency ILTW.
Yeah. Straight to Roche, here we have it. It has been scanned out. There's no Ravage available though. 40 seconds, and without that, they just don't really have a team fight to turn up with. So, even though they know this is going on, nothing to be done about it. Nigma's going to be able to get Roshan the Aegis for themselves without any interruption.
That's a lot of deaths. 7 deaths on Tidehunter. Does have 69 CS though.
Aye, nice.
I finished the camp too fast for anyone to appreciate it. That's about the nicest thing so far this game.
So it's been a tough one here for Brame.
It just sucks because you can see how good they are in game 1.
Yeah.
If given the tools to execute, right? Like, we're here trying to make fun of the game in a little bit just because there's not too much else to do, but it just shows how strategic of a game Dota is. When once the game plays itself out, these are just the kind of drafts that tier 1 players and captains don't give themselves. You never find them with absolutely no way to win the game.
Oh, look at this.
Is he about to solo him? Okay.
Oh, he's not. Of course, Spartan able to put the borrowed time, get the shield out of focus to keep him safe. They're ready to start chasing them. With the borrowed time already used, Spartan's got nothing else to save himself, as Nigma will be able to... Oh, maybe... Okay, that's going to drop the golem here, not even let Spartan TP out.
He thought that Miracle was going to be able to find the Morphling, so he elected to golem the support there. That says a lot when a Warlock can golem a 5 position and you don't feel too bad about it.
Well, Miracle's hunting.
This is the thing, is he just controls the entire map single-handedly.
Oh, they gotta run. They gotta run. This Leshrak's on the prowl.
Why stop there? You might as well cut the next creep wave while we're here. Very nice. And this is what we call pressure farming, you know? You're killing creeps, you're still getting just as much farm, but you're running at the opponents while doing so. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Taking some very early towers as well. Tier 2 tower down in the mid here, 17 minutes in. Gonna have Elder Dragon form up in 20 seconds. They're gonna look to try and poke at the high ground.
They don't have Golem. That's about the only thing Brame's got going for him here. Diffusal done on ILTW, which is going to be quite potent against the Tide Abaddon combo, as they really rely on prolonging the fight. It's even good against Morphling, too. Great Diffusal game.
This tier 3's going down pretty quickly.
He can't even Ravage. He doesn't have the mana.
He has got the 1 charges. Mind control, he's in. He's going to force back the Phoenix here with the Dragon Tail Stone Wish.
The Meld Strike for massive damage on the DK with 25 armor.
Hey, they pushed him back. They have managed to push back Nigma for now.
They're just going to reset the lanes real quick and resume. Looks like Brame is drawing a line down the top lane, knowing that Nigma's going to push bottom and mid, and that they got to get a little bit of pressure on the map as best they can. But they've got time. Aegis is still out for another couple minutes. They've got exactly 2 minutes on that Aegis. So they'll probably just wait the next dragon form. 70-second cooldown. There'll be a nice little timing window. Kaya Sanj done on Miracle. Best mid item of the patch if you're able to build it.
Yeah, and the Nether Shawl picked up as well.
He might solo him. Yep, here it is.
Is it enough?
Oh, with the Fade Bolt.
A little bit of a helping hand there. GH.
No honor, man. He was going for the solo kill.
And up the high ground they go. Ready to go again. There's no morph here for 30 seconds. As borrowed time will be used. They've got the Yules ready to come in after it. The stun's out. The Spartan's going to die. The Skylight, they're trying to step in. They'll pop the Supernova. They'll back off from this. Mind control. He
has a hood going,
very
so he can just
cute.
blink away.
Yeah, a hood into the blink out, blocking the damage long enough to make sure the blink was available. As they're taking the racks here, 20 minutes in. Brame, they've got nothing to stop this. As Miracle, he's just going to waltz right up under the tier 4s. Have a bit of a setup here onto Wish. They'll take the melee racks. As the more TP's in, right underneath the nose of Mind Control. Mind Control just turns with the Dragon Tail stun. Focus has got to run, but he's dead. He's dead. He's gone once again. 40 seconds down. As Nigma, they'll happily stick around. There's no Morphling.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Yeah, that Aegis is going to be a nice free regen rune. In case you were wondering if Miracle was going to have some armor issues since he has the Nether Shawl, he's already got the Plate Mail coming out towards that Shiva's guard. ILTW getting to do that similar no damage build that we thought he was going to do in game 2, since you have a real carry in the mid lane. You know, I'm fine if Nigma wants to adopt this playstyle.
It's working really well for them.
It's a great patch.
20-minute victories.
It's a great patch for it because of what we've talked about with how safe the mid lane is right now.
Yeah.
And as long as your carry is like a durable, survivable type, Lifestealer, Jug, Troll, you can be like a somewhat two position as these heroes, where yes, you're going to build normal carry items, but you don't need to go the farming items, you know, the Battle Furies, the Maelstroms. You can just be a part of the game with your team and leave the carrying up to the mid laner. And Miracle, he is #1 net worth both the last 2 games. As it doesn't even look like anything fancy happened in that fight. They kind of just walked at him and pushed some spells, and here they go. Skylark smoked up.
Let's see what oh, he's set ambush. Oh, here it comes. Ravage into the ambush. They get the kill on Miracle. Now Turner wants GH. GH able to steal the waveform. He's on his way out, but Wish is in with the damage. Okay. Double kill for Wish. All right.
And alive.
Oh, RTW and Microsoft, they're also coming around. Do they want to fight this? They're down 2 members at the moment on Nigma.
I wouldn't recommend it. We did see a bit of this in game 1. No reason to fight now. Just wait. Okay, do kill the healing ward. Plus 75.
RTW stepping back in.
No man on Tide. Wish is waiting again.
He is, Wish. Oh, are they going to come close?
They're baiting. This is like Techies, but with a TA.
Oh, but they see him.
Oh, no, they have a Lord and a Sentry.
But did they have the damage though? He's actually able to get out with a refraction and the Aphotic Shield. He's able to jump away. Focus, still alive.
Level 2 egg.
They're able to kill the egg in time. RTW heads straight over towards Wish. Wish will still end up going down. Now over towards Skylark. Skylark to fall. Focus as well. 4 dead on Brame, and they'll call it. They've had enough. GG, well played. Another 23-minute victory here from Nigma, as I mean, this went just so downhill, this series for Brame after game 1. Game 1, a solid performance against Nigma, but game 2 and game 3, Nigma just completely outclassing them.